What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Valley Sports Podcast, episode 16. Live for all the fans to see. I'm your host, George, but you already know that. To my right is Tim.
But you already know that.
And don't forget, our man behind the cam, Nick. What is happening today, Nick?
And Nick.
What's up? How is everyone?
I'm doing great. You excited to be live right now?
It honestly, it doesn't feel that different for me. I've gotten used to talking into the mic and everything now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, true.
But to be fair, I'm not on camera as much, so.
But we got a lot to talk about today. So if you come hang out, ask any question in the chat, we'll answer for you. But let's jump right in. I posted a video the other day of asking that is JOKIC already top 5 all time, because this man is having one of the most insane runs I've ever seen in the past 25 years.
Just doesn't make sense.
For those of you watching, I'm going to throw his stat line right now on the screen. It's absolutely insanity.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fancy.
He's averaging a triple-double.
Dude, he's leading the league in assists and rebounds.
I mean, that's
like
insane.
it's just
he's 7 feet tall.
It makes no sense. Dude, he's probably the best passer, big man, that we will ever see.
Oh yeah, no.
There's no one that's going to ever pass that.
Like just the way
Dude,
he threads.
He's shooting 78% from 2-pointers. And he's shooting 40 from 3.
That's crazy. I mean, he's insulted. He didn't get MVP last year.
Honestly, last year you can argue maybe Shai could have won it because of how great the Thunder were.
Yeah.
And without him, they wouldn't have won what they won. And
when they gave it to
Embiid over him, there's no
ridiculous.
Like any Philly fans that come in here and try to argue that. No, Embiid should not have won it. That was the most damn award I've ever seen in my entire life.
We don't want to give it to JOKIC again. So,
but it's truly astonishing. Do you think if he gets 1 to 2 more rings, is he already in the combo? Is he you think he passes Shaq with 2 more rings?
Yes, I already can argue that he is past Shaq.
I can argue that too. I think he's neck and neck with Kareem right now.
Definitely, because Shaq, he had that huge, I'm a big body, I'm gonna clock into you and use my power to get over you, dunk, whatever, and all that. But JOKIC literally can do it all, and he can shoot free throws. So that's already one step up.
Yeah, you can't hack it, Nicola.
Yeah, so
it's insane how good he is. It's really dumb.
No, it just shouldn't make sense that somebody that size can, because you could even say Wemby came after him. Wemby's not the greatest passer. I mean, he can, but
again, Wemby's also only 21, so he's getting there. For all we know, he'll be Magic Johnson in 2 years.
Yeah,
if he goes, maybe if he goes trains with him, maybe he doesn't want to go get AIDS or something, but who knows? But I just want to say one more thing, that if I will leave it with this: if he gets 2 more rings, he's probably the greatest center ever.
Oh yeah,
because he's probably gonna get another MVP unless something catastrophic happens this year, which is just insane to think about. But so I was on Twitter like usual, guys, and I found a new favorite sport of mine.
Oh really?
It's called Run. It's in Australia, and I have a video I want you guys to live react, and anyone who's watching right now can watch it with us. You want to see my new favorite sport? You ready?
Dude, I saw that.
What's the?
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, do you get 3?
Try to get past. Is that what it is?
It looks like rugby.
Yeah.
Not obviously they're not playing rugby.
Dude, how much do you think they're getting paid to do this?
It seems like on the level of slap thing.
Yeah.
Power slap.
This is way more barbaric.
Take his head clean off. Oh my god. The wind's knocked right out of you.
Did he hurt it?
Can you imagine Brock Lesnar and Big Show doing this? Or
Oh, that was actually kind of cool. It was yeah. I'm curious what the point system is.
So do you get a point for passing them? Or
I would think the goal is to pass them, but also you're not really given a lot of space for them to be able to.
How do you run a championship for that type of sport?
That's the thing. Is this an individual sport? Is this?
They should honestly put this in the Olympics.
Everything goes in the Olympics.
I'd watch this over breakdancing.
Yeah, I would too. I mean that I don't know. I like that. I think I could totally be down watching that until like, some nasty injury happens, and then I'll be like, okay, yeah,
that sport has the shortest lifespan in the history of
100%.
sports.
I mean, there's no padding. It's like you were saying, Nick. Like it seems similar to rugby, but it's a bit more aggressive.
It's way worse because
it also seems very like underground. Like it shouldn't be legal. Like that movie with Channing Tatum fighting.
No, I've never
seen that one. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, Liv knows.
Oh, Olivia's in the audience here, but yeah. What's up, Liv? And for those of you joining us, our jersey in the back, our podcast lore is that back I said that Victor Wembanyama trained with the Shaolin monks, and Timmy thought it was a real player. So now we have a new addition to our collection. Shaolin monks on the Knicks. His number is 6'7".
That part wasn't needed.
All I could find about the rules is that you run into each other and the judges judge who controlled the hit. That's literally all it says.
So it's basically saying like, who complained more, you lose.
I genuinely, I guess, like if you fall,
Olivia's mom just commented, I would watch that sport all day, every day.
Hello.
Sean Tucker or Bam Knight, 4-7. I mean, if Bucky is out, Sean Tucker all day.
Yeah,
that's all I'm going to say.
Bucky is out.
Bucky's out, so yeah, Sean Tucker leaves. Thanks for joining. But yeah, I would watch that sport every second of every day. But let's jump into our first topic of the NFL. The Seattle Seahawks had a rough week, but yet they still lost by one score.
Yeah,
Sam Darnold.
They were in it.
Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions, and Rams looked very beatable because of how great the Seattle defense is. They kept them in the game. And that was my biggest thing with, even though I wasn't a big fan of you saying they're going to win the division because of how stacked it was, I said their defense is that insane. And it's all going to depend on Sam Darnold.
Yeah. And,
instantly.
I mean, he I wouldn't say, it's level of like seeing ghost game or anything, but
no,
everybody is going to have a bad game at some point.
People were saying JSN was like non-existent, yet he had 100 yards.
George, the stream is buffering.
Buffering.
What do you mean buffering?
It's black and it has a little thing spinning around. Now it says something went wrong.
I can see it live still.
Okay. Maybe it's just
maybe it's just your computer. Maybe it's just your computer. But yeah, I think if you have to go to Seattle for a playoff game, that's going to be a problem for a lot of teams.
I mean, the 12th man, that also their fans are very, very.
I brought this up the other day. I forgot to say it, that my hot take is that if the Broncos win the AFC, if the Broncos become the number 1 seed, I think they can win the AFC because I don't see many teams going to Denver and beating them.
I understand that aspect of it, and I'm going to go back to what Nick said a few weeks ago with Bo Nix being sort of a weird quarterback.
Like he might accidentally have a stretch of bad games.
Yeah, exactly. Like that could happen, but I think it circles back to they are very well coached and there is a lot of pieces and the defense is very good. But I don't know. I feel they lack the experience. Like I feel like if they were to, and I see what you're saying by if they're always in Denver, for a stretch of it, that definitely is very important.
They look pretty unbeatable there.
I just feel like a team with playoff experience, like, I hate to say it, but I almost feel like if the Chiefs make it, they could beat them.
Dude, we're gonna get to them, but they're 5-5, and
yeah, I know.
Nick made the joke earlier that one of the refs did the refs. All right, I'm not gonna make a joke. Did he actually get badly injured? The ref?
He had a non-contact injury.
So I don't know if I want to make the joke.
And I saw on Twitter like a Chiefs season's over. The game didn't even involve them.
Oh man, but yeah, that's brutal. But we'll get to the Thursday night game, and before we do, if you're watching the stream right now, make sure to subscribe and follow. And if you do, DM us EFFIE, and you'll get up to 20% off on EFFIE Lifestyle, my girlfriend's amazing company. And she makes handmade bags. She's hand knitting right now in the background, but she makes handmade bags, handmade blankets, all this amazing stuff. She made me a custom Giants blanket. So make sure if you subscribe to us or follow us on TikTok, DM us EFFIE, EFFIE, and we'll give you 20% off your entire order. Get your girlfriend a nice Christmas present, maybe a nice handmade bag or a nice handmade blanket, maybe for yourself. Ask her to make a Jets logo for her or something like that. But once again, DM us EFFIE, EFFIE, and we'll give you up to 20% off on EFFIE Lifestyle.
Indeed.
When is girlfriend gonna become fiance, George? Are you cooking anything up?
We're cooking. Don't worry. But let's jump into the Giants because they always find a way. It's like this year they're trying to find a new way to lose every week. It's like they're the spectacular losers of the NFL. Did you see Jalen Hyatt's route on the interception?
Yeah.
Is he the worst receiver in the NFL?
Yeah, and I was trying to be like a few weeks ago, they're not really giving him as much of a chance, and like he really is good with just the vertical routes, which obviously people are gonna lock down sooner or later. But he's just not good at all. Like, there's really no other way around it.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no analysis of it.
No,
It's
not good.
He had his 1 5-touchdown game against Alabama, and that's on his resume forever. He's done nothing in the NFL. And he had that one long catch against the Cardinals, like in his rookie year. And he's done. Get him off the team. That's all I have to say. And Hodgins, why was he not on the team all this time? He was on a practice squad. He looked great in less than half a week of practice.
I like that guy coming out.
Yeah, he's solid. And Wandell is solid. And just wait for Neighbors next year. So, Nick, what if they have a top 5 pick? What do you want this team to do? I personally, if they have like the second pick,
you got to go offensive line, protect Dart.
A line's been good this year. They're 11th.
They have been solid.
But I think they should trade down with a QB needy team. Trade down to like 10, take a receiver, and get extra picks.
Mm-hmm.
Someone like the Jets, if they're not top 5, will probably give you a king's ransom or King Midas is silver for the pick.
I wouldn't trade you back my gym for all of King
Midas is silver.
Is there any way to improve that secondary? Because
yes. I mean, Caleb Downs out of Ohio State is probably one of the better safety prospects.
I don't know how much longer I could watch the secondary for.
You know, I had a guest on last Sunday, Zach from Jive Sports, and he is adamant about defending the secondary.
I don't know why.
I don't know why. Did you not watch this past week? We watched it together on Red Zone on our stream.
I understand Zach's point, but I genuinely just think the players they have aren't good, or they're not being coached correctly at all. Something's gone wrong.
I will say that Adebo is not bad, and Tyler Newman has potential, but Deonte Banks is cooked.
He's bad.
He's really not.
The only person that could save him is Sean McVay, because for some reason he turns. But I brought this up the other week, but I haven't told you guys. He took what's his name from the Commanders. He was a first-round pick, and brought him in this year, and he's been one of the best corners in the league. I forgot his name. If you want to look him up for me, Nick.
I know who you're referring to.
He was a first-round pick like a couple years ago, and he was horrible.
Yeah, he was not good. He had attitude issues.
Yep, and now he's one of the better corners in the league this year, which is just insane. I guess coaching and scheming is really that big of a thing. So the Giants, when you're looking for your next coach, make sure it's someone who's won before.
Same thing with you, Jets. Let's stop, what do you call it? Promoting coordinators and giving them their first time head coaching jobs when, like we've talked about, excuse me, Sean Payton, he just goes to Denver and within what is this, his third year?
Yeah.
They look like one of the best teams in the league. And
all he needed was to get rid of Russ, and all of a sudden last year they were a competent team.
He hated him from the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if he plays for your football team at this point, you hate him too.
Yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't want to deal with Russell Wilson.
No,
I mean, I've already dealt with him as a Giants fan, but
for like a month and just already.
That was all you needed.
He had one good game against one of the worst defenses in history, and they still lost.
Even that, that was such a fluky performance by him.
100%. So
I mean, Neighbors caught like 12 balls for like 160 something
and
yards,
2 touchdowns, and the in quotation marks game winner, because our defense couldn't stop anything.
He gave you the chance for his hero moment, and the defense was like, "Here you go."
Yeah, here you go, Aubrey. Here you go, Aubrey.
Here, Dak. We'll give up a big play for you, buddy.
My big thing is that why is it seem like when a team needs like 40 yards to get in the field goal range, the Giants are playing prevent defense?
You'd have to ask Shane Bell on that.
Is he gone after this year, you think?
How could he not be?
If he's not, then we've lost the plot.
Yeah, the plot is no longer a
You
thing.
could say that again. He is. He's
Like,
got to be our worst defensive coordinator in history, right?
I understand, like, keeping him for the rest of the year, and even that's a stretch, but, like, but he's a first-year guy. But if he's here beyond this year, I don't know what to tell you.
So you saying that, Nick, brings me to something I was talking about the other day with the fellow Jet fans. Is it crazy to...
I'm just kidding.
Is it crazy to want to give Glenn, a second year?
No, it's not crazy at all.
It's not, right?
Because he's shown he can.
He's changing also. I shouldn't say changing, but the thing I'll bring up is when the Chiefs wanted Brees and they were like, we'll give you a fourth, not a third. And he was like, nope, we said we wanted a third and we're sticking with we want a third. That I like, instead of just like, even though he wanted him off the team. I know he hates him. He doesn't
but
like him.
my thing is that you can tell the players are kind of buying into what he's
a little
selling.
more, yeah, for sure.
I actually like him. I just feel like
It's a lost cause because the Jets. That's what it is.
like, how am I going to judge him when he was like going 0-7 or was it 0-7 they started?
Yeah.
Like, it's very hard to be like, hey, this guy's doing a great job.
Yeah. No, I can't say he's doing a great job more than I could just, like I said.
But I want to say one thing. Another team, the Falcons are absolutely cooked.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah, with Penix.
Penix has had 3 ACL surgeries and he's not even 25 yet.
See, that's terrifying. Because
I just remember like the picture of him in the wheelchair.
Or the picture of him standing with 2 knee braces.
Maybe that's the one I was thinking of.
God,
they're absolutely finished.
I know.
And this was supposed to be a year where they might have taken that jump.
Yeah, just to make a wild card spot or something.
They had promise at the beginning of the season. Like,
and then they stopped giving it to their best player, which we complain about weekly.
Yeah.
And now they're stuck with Kirk Cousins for the rest of the year.
Honestly, I think that Kirk Cousins will not look as bad as people think.
I mean, they're not going to look like the Titans horrific.
No.
But they're just going to be a below average bad team.
But he's still Captain Kirk.
And you want to hear the most terrifying thing?
Sure.
The Rams have their first round pick.
Oh, that's so scary.
That's
brutal.
like genius on the Rams part, though. Who'd they get it for?
I don't remember. But the definition of my steak's too juicy and my lobster's too buttery.
Yeah. Really.
To be a Los Angeles fan, honestly, what Los Angeles team is bad? I mean the Lakers are pretty funny, but
yeah, they're mid. I mean
how the Kings doing so far this year?
They're okay.
Yeah. But
they're a little slow.
Speaking of Los Angeles, did you see what happened in the baseball world? I'm sorry to deflect really quick. Munetaka Murakami had dinner with Yamamoto and
here we go again.
Roki Sasaki. Yeah, I mean Murakami. I know you don't really watch baseball. Is the next big Japanese star hitter.
George, can you pull up the shit? Here we go again.
Yeah, yeah. That's all we need is another superstar there. But yeah, Falcons fans. If there are any Falcons fans watching this, we're sorry. You hit big on London and Bijan, and then Penix looked promising, and then
he sort of just.
I know you made a face. I'm talking about Drake London. Okay.
Who did?
I don't know. Maybe she thought I meant something else.
You mean the place?
Didn't even hear a word you said. I just happened to look up at a certain.
Oh, okay. But
London Tipton.
Yo, she knows ball.
Really?
There's videos of her like going on like ESPN and stuff, and she'll be like talking like the secondary's got to do this. Like she's a huge Rams fan. It's like pretty cool.
Good for Brenda's song.
Right. You know. Yes.
Is she from the Social Network?
Yeah,
yes. You know who she's married to?
Mark Zuckerberg. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, did she play the girlfriend?
She played the
side.
What's his name? Andrew Garfield's crazy girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay. Eduardo Sovereign.
Yeah.
Screwed out of Facebook.
I mean, he made bank though.
Yeah. So
lawsuit. He'll be fine.
He got screwed, but then I looked up like what happened to him, and he's like one of the wealthiest men in the world.
Right, we got a comment from Curly Head Noah. Yo, is Nico Collins and Rico Dowdle or Judkins for Jamar Chase and Kamara crazy? I have Burrow, so I want to pair them up. Well, we don't know if Burrow's going to be back this week, but if you don't mind, what's your record right now? Throw that in the chat.
There's also, you got to think that Chase isn't going to play this week.
He isn't.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay. Well, this trade's not going to go through anyways because Nico already played last night. So,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nico and Dowdle.
I feel like that's a pretty even trade.
Yeah, I feel like that.
I like Kamara rest of the season because A, it seems like Chuck likes targeting him out of the backfield, and B, his schedule is very, very easy for the playoffs.
Oh, Noah
8-3.
Noah's elite. Anyway.
100% do that trade. But do it with. I would keep Dowdle, even though I'm the biggest Judkins fan. His value is very tough in that offense because it seems like they don't target him out of the backfield. And number two, unless he goes like for 20 carries for like 80 yards and 2 touchdowns, you're going to be skimming for points because they don't score points. Their offense is horrific. Dowdle, they run the offense through him, and he catches passes, and they move the ball. They move the ball. The Panthers can score points. The Browns, it's like pulling teeth for them to score points.
Well, the Panthers won 3 in a row now.
Yeah, they're looking good.
I know.
Bryce Young.
Yeah.
They're I think what 7-5 or 7-4. They're 7-point underdogs on Monday Night Football against the Niners. Yeah.
What's the giggles, Nick?
Zach's in the chat.
God.
But yeah,
God.
Noah, do that trade if it's with Judkins. 100% do it. Pair Chase with Burrow, especially because you're making the playoffs. You'll have Ibuka, Rice, and Chase. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, 10 American Psycho quotes, Timmy.
Right now?
Yeah, sure.
You know, or I should just do it throughout the live.
Or do it throughout the live, yeah.
Sprinkle them in.
I will.
But yeah, if you could, Noah, one more time, if you could do that trade, Nico and Judkins, 100% do it. And don't even think twice. But let's jump into the next thing. Last night's game was something else. It makes it look worse that this gambling scandal came out because Josh Allen had to have been gambling. Did you see this last play? Did you see this last play?
I don't buy it either.
Timmy, I'm going to put the play on the screen.
Put the play on the screen, but I'm sorry. Josh Allen just doesn't seem like he'd be the gambling man.
He actually was under pressure.
Flare him out. Allen throws off his back foot. Short picked.
The video will load.
So I think he was just out of it.
I think that.
I don't see that as the man is made of too much money.
Exactly. Well, I mean, it hasn't stopped.
What do you mean? Terry Rozier makes $40 million a year and he did bets.
Bullock.
I just don't think it's his character.
No, it doesn't seem it, especially like his wife. Where you think is going to be pregnant now and stuff.
Yeah.
Is it frozen?
What does Timmy sound like?
He runs into
So
the
explain to me
defender that
how,
was
for those of you watching this right now, look at Dawson Knox on the left side of the screen, wide open, and he throws it right over his head.
Liv wants to see how I sound.
He throws it right over his head, and he's wide open.
It's good? Okay.
But I don't know. I didn't like how that looked. And I don't know. That was a weird game.
Wait, replay that.
I mean, personally, I was enjoying it because there was actually some excitement on Thursday Night Football.
8 times, actually.
Yeah, I was going to
Josh
say,
Allen was sacked 8
9
times.
You can't look at that play.
Exactly, especially he was. That's the thing. Like, is we're not getting all the angles.
But yeah, you know what it is?
Look, I'm stuck in Valley.
They truly need a wide receiver 1.
Oh yeah, they do. It's great that he can, make several guys look good and stuff. But I mean, no more Coleman, and
it's not even no more Coleman. They don't use him. He's a healthy scratch.
And why?
Because he stinks. He can't create separation.
Last week it was because he missed the meeting or something.
Okay, well, good. He should be.
Well, this week I guess they just got bored of him.
He's just not good. He's a waste of a first. They took him over Worthy.
Yeah.
Awful.
Well,
actually, they didn't really take him over. They traded back and then took him, but they could have taken Worthy. They traded with the Chiefs. But
they did.
Yeah, Bills, I don't know.
The Bills don't look very good.
This brings me.
They're having a weird year.
So this is my thing. I want to bring this up because this is a great point. So remember around like 2012 and all the top quarterbacks you can name: Breeze, Roethlisberger, Brady, Manning, Rodgers. All of them at that point had rings.
Yeah.
And their legacies were set.
Mm-hmm.
As of today, and I'm not going to count like Russell Wilson, any of those guys, because that's from that era.
Yeah.
The guys from like today's era, only Mahomes has a ring.
Pretty much.
So a lot of guys' legacies are really, really on the line starting
Like,
this year.
These
Josh Allen,
years.
Herbert, all
Herbert
these guys,
for sure. Josh
Burrow,
Allen,
Lamar, they all got to step
Everybody,
up. It's
honestly.
everyone except Mahomes. And I don't know, the Bills don't look like they're going to do
No.
it.
Yeah, I honestly don't even think they're going to win the division. I think the Patriots are.
No, last night really helped the Pats. And especially if Burrow misses this week, the Patriots are going to go in and they're going to be 10-2 if Burrow misses this
Have
week.
you
Making me sick.
Have you guys seen the Cam Newton Drake May beef?
No, but that
Going
sounds funny.
Zach just wrote, Tim thinks Thursday Night Football hasn't been good, but that's because the Jets were on last week. There's been great Thursday night games this year.
You're an ass sack.
You know, honestly, he is right. Thursday Night Football this year has been phenomenal.
No, it hasn't. What are you guys talking about?
What do you mean? Last night's game was good.
Yeah, last night's game.
Niners-Rams was good.
Yeah, that was like 6 weeks ago.
Steelers-Bengals was great.
When was that?
It was a couple weeks ago. That was when
That was
Joe
the Monday
Flacco.
night game.
That was it was Thursday night. That was the Unk Bowl. You don't remember?
Bob has a question in the chat.
What's up, Bob?
Bob Hope, should I drop Myers
Bob,
or
don't.
Gainwell if Benson comes back? Also, May or Hurts? Thanks.
Well,
Well,
you know,
I
George
think
is gonna say
George shouldn't even answer this one.
What do you mean?
Because
Drake May.
you hate Jalen Hurts so much, but you should always be starting Drake May over Jalen Hurts. I think.
Actually, I was gonna
No, you
say,
weren't. No,
I
you
was gonna
weren't.
say, you know who Jalen Hurts is playing this week, right? The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, actually,
Exactly. So, even
I
though I'm the
still
biggest
wouldn't.
Drake May fan, I hate Jalen Hurts in everything but fantasy. Jalen Hurts is the greatest fantasy player ever because he has the bullshit tush push. So,
is he even getting that much this year?
he's
dude, their offense doesn't make any sense.
Their offense is not
So,
good.
I'll tell you this: if Burrow plays, Drake May. If not, Jalen Hurts. Only because I don't like the fact that if Burrow doesn't play, the Patriots could blow them out, and Henderson could steal a lot of the
Yeah.
touchdowns, and the game could get ugly
they
quick.
could they could
At
take
least
out
with the
May.
Cowboys and Eagles, that game's most likely going to be a shootout. So at minimum, you're going to get about 20, 22 points from Hurts, unless Barkley goes for like 200. So barring if Burrow plays, Drake May. If he doesn't play, Jalen Hurts. Lock it in.
Speaking of the Eagles, though, do we think like their locker room is just absolutely horrible?
You know, I'm happy you said that because we were going to get to it, but let's jump right into that right now because I love that you said that. So I have a conspiracy because I'm Mr. Conspiracy
Oh,
Theory.
Well, I genuinely don't think the players really like Hurts.
I don't know if it's that, but you ready? So the NFC East is going to be featured on Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
So I think they've been kind of stirring things up in the background, but as in so they'll sit down with AJ Brown. They'll be like, "Oh, you guys won today, but you only had 3 targets. What's your opinion on that?" And he probably thinks to himself, "You know what? I only had 3 targets.
Yeah.
Why did I
have
only?"
3
And I
targets?
think they're like kind of like,
prodding them a little bit.
and I think that's what is egging on because they could tell AJ Brown might be like the prima donna type to
Oh,
where
well,
any little thing.
Well, what
Might
gives that
be.
away?
Yeah, what gives
I
that
don't know
away?
Why
Yeah.
you possibly would
Every
think that.
comment that comes out of his mouth is just like it makes it worse.
Yeah.
Like this week, people said the quote was out of context, but he said something like, "Oh, Barkley isn't having a good year either."
yeah,
like-
he was chirping at them.
He was like, "Oh, if I'm having a down year, so is Barkley." Like, why don't
Yeah.
you just be like,
Not be a dick.
The Eagles are the only team in history to win all the time and act like they're losing. They all hate each other because they're what their coach is, just miserable and obnoxious. Yeah, I said this last
Well,
week
the
that Nick
fans, yes.
Sirianni is not a good coach, and he's carried by the best GM in probably sports. I think Howard Roseman is the top 3 GM in
I was
sports,
gonna say
and
definitely
carried
is.
by one of the best teams ever. And that's just what it is. He's had an amazing team since he set foot in Philly.
so do you think he's holding back Jalen Hurts?
Honestly, no, because I don't think Jalen Hurts can go much farther skill-wise than he already is.
So
Maybe his throwing could be improved if they got somebody in to, actually like be a quarterback coach. But
and also Bob Hope definitely dropped Jacoby Myers. Keep kind of Gainwell.
Bob Dole.
Bob Dole.
Bob Dole.
Have you ever seen? Are you talking about that Treehouse of Horror from The Simpsons?
No, I'm talking about the Family Guy guy when Peter becomes like president of the tobacco company or something.
Oh.
And he's like, Bob Dole supports the tobacco company. Bob Dole.
Karn wants us to talk about Shaolin monks.
Oh,
So we already brought this up earlier, but again,
yeah.
Shaolin Monks is Timmy's favorite basketball player on the Knicks. He thought he was a real player when he was actually trained, when Victor Wembanyama was training with the Spurs.
Okay, so let me get something straight here. Is we named 2 players before, famous players. Who was it?
Hakeem Garnett.
Yeah.
And then I said, and trained with Shaolin Monks.
So and honestly, I'm one of the biggest basketball people you will come across. In my head in the moment was like, who the hell is Shaolin Monks? But I guess I'll play along thinking I know who Shaolin Monks is because what? And yeah, 6'7" Shaolin Monks. He had a great career. He averaged about 12 a game off the bench. His real strength was his rebounding, though.
Yeah, he's good at blocking.
Yeah, he had a great career. He never won a ring, though, so
yeah,
it's very upsetting. But
so let's jump in.
How much do you pay for that, by the way?
It was $15 on DHgate.
Really?
Yeah, custom jersey.
I'm getting a Schaefer jersey soon. A certain someone's gonna get it for my birthday.
Nice. Nick, this week could get ugly for the Giants. We traveled to Detroit, and I know Zach's in the chat, so I'm happy you're here to hear this. The Lions might put up 55 on us, minimum. That's all I'm going to say. And I don't care what you say, Zach, our secondary is not good. You can go crazy. Honestly, I don't care.
We're probably going to get shelled by the Giants, by the Lions.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
The get right game.
Honestly, the Lions looked very beatable because
their running game was non-existent, and it's like you said, if you stop the
run, you stop the offense. Yeah. The teams like the Eagles, the Chiefs are so bad for the Lions because of able to get pressure. No, not even outthrow them. They can get pressure and stop their run game.
Yeah.
And also, I don't understand why they're running Gibbs up the middle every single time.
I don't get why it's not Montgomery up the middle and screen pass to Gibbs or Gibbs to the outside where he could, break loose and stuff. I don't know. I think that if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, Dan Campbell's gone. What did he say?
I think Shaolin Monks went to Georgetown. Do you guys have any Georgetown stories?
Who said that?
Zach.
Did you tell him the Georgetown story?
I did. Okay, so another deflection.
What's the
Nick,
Georgetown
you'll know
story?
when he starts talking about it.
Back in high school,
I think we're in 9th grade.
So it was 10th grade. We're considered unks. We were in high school back in the days when college basketball, you had to do your brackets through paper.
Yeah.
We didn't have the app. There's no stuff like that.
Nick knows.
So everyone had to fill out papers and giving the brackets to one person. Everyone gives them the money and they hold on to it. So Timmy had his nice bracket. We're sitting in 11th grade lunch, and he had Georgetown going to the finals of the 2013 college basketball national title. And they played at 11 a.m., which is perfect time because we were in school at that time.
We were streaming the games.
And
it was always the best.
That was the famous year Florida Gulf Coast upset Georgetown in the first round. They went to the Sweet 16. And right after Florida Gulf Coast had their insane alley-oops to go up 14, Timmy stood up at lunch, ripped his bracket, and threw it into the trash can. And to this day, he denied it happened.
It never happened.
It did. I watched it happen.
Up in his head.
I watched it happen.
Nobody who could vouch for it outside of George.
I watched it with my own eyes.
Okay, you're one person, and I just don't. It didn't happen. But if it did,
if any of our friends are watching, I need some eyewitnesses. Someone had to have seen it besides me.
Who was even at our table that year?
That was the year I would come see you guys.
Oh, yeah,
it was
right.
Peter and TJ.
So then what happened to your bracket?
Ripped up, and it's in the.
Your guess is as good as mine because that didn't happen.
It did happen.
So who did you have winning?
I had Georgetown winning, or I had them losing to somebody in the finals. They were definitely going to the championship game.
You wrote them down.
Oh yeah, I admit that is written down, but the actual process of the ripping.
Yep, there it is. Bracket gate.
Who said that?
Zach. But yeah,
how did that even come up?
Because I said next time you come on, ask us about Georgetown. Yeah. So I think it was perfect for him to bring that up. But yeah, Giants are gonna get mollywopped this week. It's gonna be a quick.
It's not gonna be good.
I mean, it could be fun with Jameis at least. Maybe we'll lose like 65-41.
I thought that, but then I saw them play with Jameis, and the offense didn't look that much more fun. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think you guys are seriously missing neighbors.
Oh my God, yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. No,
And Scatterbo. And
Scatterbo also.
Scatterbo's chilling on stream. Freaking you saw what he did the other day? He chugged an energy drink out of his cleat.
Scatterbo is busy becoming like a kick streamer.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I
mean, he's pretty
like,
entertaining.
I'm sorry. And yes, I think he is. Like, is his brain already a little scrambled?
You know what's funny? He streamed with Jinxie, and he's like,
I hate that guy. He's a streamer. He's
that
annoying.
Guy that plays like Rainbow Siege, and he always screams. He has the shaven head.
Yeah, he's like has like half an eyebrow.
Pretty sure I saw a video where Scatterbo said that like if it ever became like a medical thing where the doctor was like, you know, you're at serious risk or something, he said he would step away.
Okay.
So Jinxie goes, "Why do you wear the Guardian cap?" He goes, "Because I don't feel anything when I wear my regular helmet." And all the comments are just like, "Yeah, I wonder why."
Yeah, seriously.
Oh man. Well,
he was also a WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Can I please? All right. Sorry, but I threw up the Chiefs stuff. We're not getting into that right now. I'm sorry. Okay, it's cool to do. I would do it too if I was the NFL. If I got asked by WWE to go do some fun. But dude, your ankle was just sideways.
Just had
3
surgery.
weeks ago. Sideways, and you're doing a pushing spot with Dominic Mysterio.
So I thought it was just gonna be like him hanging out.
Yeah,
but no,
down.
he stands up and gets pushed by Dominic Mysterio. Unbelievable. And I'm sorry if you're defending it. No, like it's one thing if he's not injured, he does it. Okay, cool. Go have fun. I think it's even worse that it's in the middle of the season too, because it's been an embarrassing year. You got Abdul Carter sleeping through interviews, and he'd rather go read a WWE script than go freaking worry about playbooks.
Maybe he'll be one of those guys.
What? That he jumps to WWE?
Yeah, because he'll probably be out of the league in 3 years with the attitude he has.
No.
I don't think.
Yeah, Scott is on the perks, Karn. Yeah, you can say that again. But are the Chiefs going to miss the playoffs? They're 5-5 right now.
Okay, so
I honestly thought they were gonna make it, but then the Broncos game kind of changed my mind.
Dude, yeah,
I thought that would be like the game they win and get back in it.
Yeah, start being.
Dude, they're underdogs. That's our next thing to the 8-2 Colts.
Yeah.
I mean, excuse me. They're favorites to the 8-2 Colts, which is insane.
The Chiefs are 8-2 to the Colts.
No, the Colts are 8-2 and they're favorites.
Oh yeah.
The Chiefs are favorites.
Oh,
the Chiefs are favored.
Why?
What?
Because it's the Chiefs, Nick. I said this weeks ago when they played the Lions on Sunday Night Football, and everyone was like, the Lions are going to destroy the Chiefs. They look horrible. The NFL will not allow them to lose this game. I'm telling you, straight up. The NFL will not allow this team to lose.
They can't.
There is too much money on the line.
They can't beat my boy Danny Jones.
Nick, I'm wearing the Colts because I was wrong about them, but the NFL will not allow them to lose.
All right, to be fair,
your Super Bowl pick of the Colts, Olivia, was just dumb luck. All right, relax.
Maybe she's a genius.
Dumb luck. I mean,
Olivia is actually smart.
Yeah.
Olivia is very smart, but that was the most. Oh, I'm just gonna pick him because Daniel Jones is on the team. That's just no.
I said they looked good, and after their first game, I put some money down for them to win the Super
Well,
Bowl.
I saw.
It's looking pretty good.
To be honest, though,
the cash out is.
The Chiefs.
She upstates me like weekly. I think it's in like the 300s.
The Chiefs have like no run game.
No run game. And also, just I
yeah,
feel like
and Zach
people are constantly getting
Zach
hurt.
brings it up. I'm sorry to interrupt you. They were 5.5. They were. They were 5.5 point favorites to the Broncos last week in Denver.
In Denver.
Yeah, that's just
4 ends.
George interrupting is his way to, it's a term of endearment.
Yeah, it's his love language.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, I just feel like the Chiefs don't have like that factor we've seen in the past few years where like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna come back and win. It's like, oh, they're probably actually gonna lose this game.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like I said it a few weeks ago too, like as much as the refs still were doing things for the Chiefs, they knew they couldn't make it as blatantly apparent as they did last season. So there definitely were some things that, you know,
dude, last year was one of the worst.
Yeah, that was like up to snuff with like I'm trying to think of
what, like 2002 Lakers.
If you want to go NBA terms, yes. But I was gonna say like the 2007 Patriots, where anytime there was like a sack on Brady, oh, you're roughing the passer, or
Yeah.
oh, this, and
I don't think it was ever. I don't think it was ever as bad for the Patriots, though.
That's what I'm saying. Is
Wait,
like,
if we're talking about bad calls, that call in was it this weekend, the Eagles-Lions game?
Yes. Okay.
That
was so stupid.
Even Chris
It
Collinsworth
ruined it.
was having.
How do you end a game like that?
Chris
It's
Collinsworth
ridiculous.
was angry. You know how
Yeah.
bad it has to be for Chris Collinsworth to get worked up?
Exactly.
But no, that's the thing. Like, if it was in the middle of the game, it would still be a terrible call. But
Mhm.
if that's the last play you're
The
going to
last-
see.
That's exactly it. You can't end a game like that. It's literally like in the NHL, if it's like the final seconds and being like, oh, now you get a power play,
No, not even that. A penalty shot.
a penalty shot.
Yeah,
that's
so
better,
like,
yeah.
if you suck during the middle of the game, the refs, I feel like people wouldn't notice it much. But when you start deciding games with refereeing, that's
Yeah.
when people get on your case.
Exactly. I mean, I
have to say.
personally think officiating in all sports has never been worse than it has these past few years.
Yeah, because I think
Gambling.
because the gambling is
Yeah.
the main attraction.
Definitely.
It's a really big problem. Like it's that meme that always is shown of the ref. I know he's gambling.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
So
everybody now is Tim Donahue,
yeah.
who actually.
Or I thought it
like-
was Donaghy.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. Tim Donaghy. Tim. I cheated on me. Like I don't even know. Like, but yeah, the Chiefs. I don't know how. I think they're favorites because
Yeah, you're right.
Vegas knows the NFL will not allow them to lose this game. They'll win somehow by like a bullshit field goal or no, if they win by field goal they won't cover, but they know something because Vegas knows all.
Yeah.
But-
Sorry, I was just reading that.
But Timmy,
Yes, sir.
the Jets will travel to face the revived Ravens.
Oh.
Lamar removed
Oh.
the games from the locker room and they've been winning since, right,
know.
Nick?
Oh, but he's a genius.
He is.
He is a genius. He removed the ping pong
All right,
tables.
well, I will say
and the
clearly that shows they respect him.
Yeah.
I'll give him that much.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, how
well,
could
you-
they
you-
not?
You gotta. He's done so much for the franchise, honestly.
And we would love to see him win a ring.
I think none of them. I think none of them
Mahomes.
respect
Yeah.
John Harbaugh anymore because he
No,
is just.
I think a lot of the younger guys came in, and he was already sort of like not a good coach anymore. He was just the figurehead, and I think they just don't like him. I also think he has a very warped view of what football is today. I think he still thinks it's going to work like it did in the
I
early
think
2010s.
he's a huge reason why they haven't been able to get over the hump with Lamar.
Yeah.
And I think Lamar playing bad in most of the playoff games. Like, okay, I'm going to say this right now.
Most.
What do you mean?
And the one against Buffalo, that wasn't his fault.
Yeah, most.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But if they get into this playoffs, if they win this division and get in, and Lamar doesn't do it again, if he chokes to the Bills or they lose, they go to Denver and Lamar plays horribly and they lose again. I don't know. You're going to be at top of that pillar of choking, Lamar.
I feel like
You're not going anywhere.
Is Judge off the pillars or is he?
Oh no, you need to win a ring to get
Okay.
off the pillars.
I was
Yeah, I'm
gonna
just saying
say-
he batted like 500.
I
this
don't
year in
care.
the playoffs. I'm just saying if he keeps batting 500, how much is he at fault for the playoff
That is
losses?
true. I think he needs like 2 more playoffs like this, and if they
Like-
still can't win, then it's not
Like
his fault anymore.
last year, he was a massive part of the meltdown.
Yeah.
Because like the reason Josh Allen wasn't the pillar. So I'm talking my 4 pillars of playoff choking, and it's one player from every of the 4 major sports, and Lamar is the NFL. And the reason it's not Josh Allen is because Josh Allen has had a lot of very, very great games in the playoffs that either his kicker or his defense have let him down. Like, 2021
or a coin toss.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
coin toss
like
also.
2021, you can't fault him. The guy was pretty much had 130 passer rating with like 4 touchdowns and 400 yards, and he scored with 13 seconds left, and his
Yeah.
defense let him down.
That was crazy. What I will say is that what do you call it? They still let them score a touchdown. So yes, it was the defense that let
Yeah.
them down, but everybody who is like, no, they should always be given like a chance to, score right back. I'm like, no, they shouldn't, because if you let a team score a touchdown, then you deserve to lose.
I always say it should have stayed at that because I hated it. Honestly, a lot of people watching today don't remember the time that when it was where if you win the
only had
toss,
to-
all you needed was a field goal to win.
Yeah.
We want the ball, we're gonna score.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like-
oh, Matty boy.
you know what game caused that change, right?
It was no.
Well, you can take a knee and try a
60
62-yard field goal.
This isn't
Detroit, man. It's
This
the
is
Super Bowl.
Oh,
But
God, what
I'm
a
talking
game.
about the 2009 NFC Championship where Brett Favre threw the worst pass in NFL history.
I can't believe
Tracy
what I'm
Porter.
seeing.
Dude, rewatching that play, he had like 10 yards of space.
It literally, like, at least could have gained 6 or 7.
Dude, they turned it over like 7 times, and they still were tied at the end of
Didn't
regulation.
EFFIE fumble 3 times?
4, and he recovered one of them.
4 times. Gosh.
I mean, one of them was Favre's fault because it was a botched handoff, but
True.
he still fumbled 4 times. But yeah, that game caused the change because the original rule was if you score the first points in overtime, you win the game.
Yeah.
And now it's if you score, you might as well just go to college rules.
I know. That's what I was
But
saying.
it'll
the
never
other day to
happen.
my cousin.
It'll never happen in the NFL. That will never happen.
That'll make them look like they're being like a lesser league.
Yeah,
In their eyes.
Yeah, I don't think college rules should ever be in the NFL.
Yeah. It's next thing you know, then they're gonna be like, well, actually, I've been saying forever that it's a dumb rule that in college you only need to get 1 foot in bounds for a catch.
Wait, speaking of college, how did our boys at LIU do?
Last week they won 10-7,
Woohoo!
but Ryan said they can't make the playoffs, unfortunately. But finish strong tomorrow. They're back home. Unfortunately, we won't be able to make it. And a great season.
Yeah.
Very
Guys
great.
gave us a lot of fun.
Yeah. A lot of good wins. They won their first game against an FBS opponent. They played against Florida. They got to go to Florida. Overall, it's a step in the right direction of a very small school that's trying to make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
So
We are
LIU,
here for you.
LIU, we give you an applause. You know what? I have an applause thing I can play. You ready? Yeah.
Fins up, bite down.
Yeah. Fins up, bite down.
There you go.
Good job, LIU. Amazing season. Finish strong
They
tomorrow.
could go 6-6, right? Would that be the record?
I believe
Am I
so.
making that
Yeah,
up?
I think they're 5 and 6 right now.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, as Zach quotes, they got to go to Florida. I mean, I would love to go play against Florida for an experience.
That would
Yeah.
be something to
What?
watch.
Me
You
going to Florida and playing?
Zach, we're not
What
gonna
position would you want me to
tolerate the
play?
disrespect.
Quarterback?
What did he say to me?
No,
What
he's
is-
nothing to you. Taking kids to Disney.
taking the kids to Disney. Yeah, there it is.
I said you're not going to disrespect the LIU on this show.
All right, so Nick, have you had enough of 9? Our new favorite quarterback to rip on,
I don't
JJ McCarthy, 9.
I don't even dislike him. He just does it to himself after that comment.
I know. That was very dumb of him.
Dude, he is awful.
Because he's not like a great
No,
quarterback.
he's not good. He like you said a few weeks ago, Nick, he's proven nothing. You can't be giving yourself a nickname without proving anything.
Dude, if I was the
Sauce
GM of the
Gardner.
Vikings, I would be like, all right, I've seen enough. I'm
Yeah.
done.
He
Yeah,
said,
he
called
says
himself.
no, it's not his nickname. He says my alter ego is 9 when I step on the field.
Yeah.
and his wife, he's like, my wife doesn't like that my alter ego 9 is on game days. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, that's weird, like method acting.
His wife was
Bullshit.
trying to save him.
Yeah. That's like you
Well,
guys
he did that, and then he's laid like 2 eggs in a row.
Exactly.
I think the cringiest thing he ever did was signing the camera after winning the national title. He completed 10 passes.
And I actually thought he was going to be really good. But
I have a question.
yeah.
What's your most favorite? What's your most favorite cringe moment of all the years?
In football,
Yeah.
In football,
Something that's happened, yeah.
it's a good
do
question.
you mean like injury wise or?
No, just cringe.
Oh.
Something that someone did that was corny or
I got
I
mine.
have one.
All right, you can go first.
Maurice Jones-Drew doing the shopping cart celebration after he scored a touchdown.
What do you mean shopping cart?
It's like, he was like walking down the field. He was like, and everyone was just, I forget who was calling it, but was like, I think it's supposed to be a shopping cart or something like that. I remember it was like an earlier year of us watching football, and it just made me so uncomfortable.
You know what mine is?
What?
We want the ball and we're going to score.
Yeah, that's up there.
So Olivia doesn't know this. So there was a playoff game back in 2000. No, because I'm going to explain what it is. In 2003, the Packers and the Seahawks were
Was it
facing.
that long ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
They were facing each other in the wild card game. Game goes to the overtime. Coin toss is happening. Quarterback Matt Hasselbeck calls heads. All three players yell heads, and then the ref goes, Seattle won the toss. The ref leans in, and his mic picks up Matt Hasselbeck. He goes, we want the ball. We're going to score. 4 plays later, he throws a pick 6.
Yeah. Game over.
Game over.
Yeah, I know the story.
I think the Packers went to the NFC title game, didn't they?
No, that was actually yes, because no, they lost in the divisional round. That was the year the Eagles had the 4th and 26.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that was rough to watch.
Yeah.
And I had no care of who was going to win that.
Yeah. The cringiest thing ever was when Peyton Manning screamed at Jeff Saturday. Yes, that is a good one. Call the damn plays.
You don't call the damn plays. Block.
Quick call on the plays.
Yeah.
Or do you know the one where Donald Brown missed the block and you hear Peyton yell, "Damn it, Donald!"
I don't think so.
He hiked the ball, and you could see Donald Brown go to the left when the free rusher came right, and you hear Peyton "Damn it, Donald!" and he runs and throws it away. It's actually hilarious.
Was it Phillip Rivers who never cursed?
Yeah. I think that was it.
Maybe.
He would get hit and he'd be like, "Nice hit" or something. Like
no, that was Andrew. That was Andrew Luck. That was Andrew Luck who did that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because I
Killing him with kindness.
I could see Phillip Rivers getting drilled, and as he was being helped up, him being it was a good shot.
I think that was Luck.
Well, I mean, the man always had the wind knocked out of him. So.
Oh my God, talk about the most
what if
in history.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably, I'd say, one of the 3 greatest prospects to come out of college in history.
You could argue that he is the greatest. I mean, there has
him, Elway, and Peyton?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
I was going to say Peyton. But yeah, just I don't think there's going to be another. What do you think? Caleb was probably the closest thing to him in the last few years of NFL ready coming in, or at least what it seemed like when they were going to the draft.
I don't think anyone's close to him.
I don't really think they are either.
Burrow?
Not even Burrow.
I mean, he threw 60 touchdowns in college.
True, but I mean, yeah, I guess you could put Burrow in that.
Honestly, this might be a hot take. Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he was
as NFL ready as it was.
Yeah.
He came right in and lit the league on fire.
He did.
That's another what if. What if he wasn't a piece of shit?
Yeah.
I was going to say, Andrew Luck, I actually feel bad for.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson,
we don't.
Because I'm going to be honest, even Nick too, he was one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch when he was in Houston, man.
He was very excited.
Dude, he was.
I'll never forget the one play where he shed it off.
Oh, there goes Carr, our Texans fan, SMH.
Oh, what did he say?
Well, that's fatal.
Oh.
Yeah.
It wasn't disrespectful or saying he were hyping it up.
No, because he's shaking his head because he knows he knows what he had.
Well, George always says, "What's your famous thing about the game against the Chiefs?"
That was your one chance to win the Super Bowl, Texans, and you will not win the Super Bowl because of it. You blew your 24-0 lead, and that was your year. You blew your load.
Yeah. You had it all and you blew it.
But yeah, you were saying about Watson?
There was just this one play, and it was regular season. I forget who they were playing, where he shedded a few guys, and he made a move that almost made it look like his knee went down, and he faked somebody out because they thought he was down by contact, and he just moved to the side, and he threw a 25-yard pass or something. He was very, very good, but I said when he got into his suspension for being a piece of shit, that missing a year of the NFL completely can really throw you for a loop when you come back. And look what happened. It did.
Yeah.
And I mean, he just had poor management from the franchise. But again, it's not somebody I feel bad for. He's scum.
So moving on, Shedeur Sanders is starting on Sunday for the Cleveland Browns. Oh, Shedeur. Listen.
I'm at the point where I hope he does well because, all
right. So here's my.
I feel like I get the hate, but now it's just I've seen hundreds of posts just hating on the guy.
Here is my take on Shedeur Sanders. So honestly, his only negatives is that he seems a little bit Arrogant. Okay, you need that to be a good quarterback. All right, fine.
You do.
Everyone's a little arrogant. His only other fault is his fans, and that's the problem. He seems like a great kid. And what funny comment is there? Let me see this. Easy 20 this week in fantasy. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Okay.
Sean's here.
Yeah, he seems like a good kid, and I'll be rooting for him. But I want to be proven right because I said he stunk, and I didn't want the Giants to take him. So as a person, I'll root for him to do well. But as my take, as a podcaster or whatever you want to call me, idiot, Giants fan that didn't want him in the first round, I want to be proven right that I said that he stinks, and he does stink. But if he does well, good for him. That's all. That's my take on Shedeur Sanders. And if you can't respect that, I don't know what to tell you.
You need to take a breath, Chief.
Yeah, you're he's running out of oxygen.
Yeah, because I'm talking about Shedeur Sanders.
Again.
Does his name
Had
choke?
to
His
freeze
name
him.
chokes him up.
Yeah, seriously.
Takes his breath away.
Yeah, because he's so good.
But like I saw, like even when he got sacked, one of the players on the Ravens was like doing his celebration.
Oh,
So
yeah.
clearly, the league is somewhat aware of him.
Definitely. I just hope he doesn't succeed for the fact of he's, I don't like his daddy either.
Yeah.
I
just don't like how he handled himself
That-
during
the draft.
Yeah.
Or even,
anything.
you know what? Honestly, only thing else that rubbed me the wrong way is when they picked Gabriel over him, and he was so that
Salty,
should
yeah.
be me. Like, dude, just sit back,
Exactly.
let it happen. You're gonna
Strap
get your
in.
chance. You sit back, strap
Strap
in, and
in.
take a ride with us through the valley. Yeah, there it is.
No, but it's just a thing of where, like, this happens with those guys. Not Marvin Harrison Jr.
Here he comes.
Oh God, who do we
Yeah,
got?
that's Ant.
Oh, it's Ant.
Shedeur throwing for 304 touchdowns. If that happens, 304 touchdowns.
He'll eat the pepper.
No, we're not doing that. If that happens, I'll get a Shedeur Sanders jersey off DHgate
That's stupid.
and wear it on stream.
Is he wearing 21?
What?
What is he wearing?
I think he's 12. I'll get a Colorado.
right, it
I'll
is
get a
12.
Colorado jersey because they have sick jerseys.
So my take on Shedeur is yes, you need a little bit of arrogance, but the difference is he's being more cocky.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
when you're coming into the NFL for your first year, that's not the trait that you want. You have to have some like humility. You have to be
And
some humble.
patience.
Like, yeah, you have to have patience. You have to be able to learn from those that have been in that situation. Just because you came out of college playing football doesn't mean that you know how to play in the NFL.
Exactly. Good point, Olivia.
But yeah, I don't know. I think the Raiders are a perfect team for him to face because their defense is so awful. If
It
you
is
can't
really,
do
really bad.
do decent against them, then you're not going to be a good NFL prospect. So, but
Zach brings up a good point, but I feel like at this point the haters are doing the same thing about Shedeur.
Shedeur fans are literally everything in M Song Stan. I think they wake up every day, wonder which. Yes, yeah, I 100% agree because that's what makes people hate him so much is his fans. Because if you say one negative thing, your entire comment section is, "Oh, you're this, you're that,
Yeah,
you're a piece of shit. You know what you're talking about."
Yeah.
Just
You don't even give him a chance.
you don't even give him a chance. No, we all watched him in college. He wasn't good. That's all it is. He got carried. His stats weren't bad. Oh wow, he was stat padding against shit teams to make Travis Hunter win the Heisman, which he didn't deserve. He didn't deserve the Heisman.
Or they call you a racist on the internet.
Yes.
Yeah, that too. And don't know how to spell
I don't
it
care.
correctly.
Ashton Jetsy should have won the Heisman. This
He
guy,
should've, yeah.
this guy almost broke a record that's been standing for 30 years, and he took them to the playoffs and almost beat Penn State.
How do you really feel?
Yeah, I almost don't even know what to say. I'm just trying to look at comments that I could actually see.
Yeah. Carton says breathe, bro. I am breathing.
He's struggling.
He's hold for 4, inhale for
So
4.
anyway, hopefully Shedeur has a cool week.
Nah, I don't care actually.
I'm-
To be perfectly
I'm not going to
honest.
be a hater,
But
but I don't think he's going to be good. I feel like he just is missing stuff that NFL quarterbacks need. Like attitude aside.
Yeah, well, it's like Liv was saying with the experience factor too. Like you come in and not everybody is gonna be like Stroud didn't really keep it up, but how he had an insane rookie year or how like what's his name? Cam Newton had an insane rookie year coming out. Like, just so many things.
I also don't fault him also for his cockiness. I think, like you said,
No,
it's his fan base. And I
exactly.
think when you do that to someone, you're hyping them up so much, making them think that they're,
The second coming of
yeah,
Jesus.
exactly. So,
Zach-
but honestly, maybe if he does lose and he does really blow it this year,
Maybe
maybe
he'll
that'll
humble
humble him
him
and
a
help him,
little.
and he could be incredible in the future. You never know.
Well, see, the thing is with that is, and I don't disagree, his dad, Dion, is one of the cockiest, most over-the-top players you're ever going to come across, and was so conceited, thought so highly of himself. The difference there is
He was that
good. He was that good from the start.
Yeah, there's another. Sean brings up another Nepo baby, Bronny James, another horrific
Blech.
player that shouldn't be playing.
Boo, Bronny, boo.
Karn asked who we got for NBA MVP.
So
Nikola
far,
Jokic.
Jokic so far.
Nikola Jokic.
If you
But
want,
Kevin Durant's making the case.
Is he actually?
Rockets look good.
The Rockets look good, yeah, but you can't give that man MVP again.
You just don't like him.
Nobody likes him.
Oh
Are you
no,
kidding?
Shallon Monk's jersey went down.
Oh no.
Oh no, is right.
Oh no. I know.
But our special guest is in the I guess the lobby, whatever you want to call it. We have a special guest coming in from Clubhouse Fantasy Sports. A friend of mine, Kyle. He's a big fantasy player. He's got a new app he's developing right now.
Oh,
So
that's
he's,
cool.
Do you want to develop an app?
do you want to develop an app? Hopefully he gets that reference.
Oh God, please.
But welcome in.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Oh, Kyle.
What's going on? I'm coming to you from the basement where I kidnapped my victims. Obviously, this is not.
I always wonder what happened to Jenny.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on?
Not
Or,
much. So why don't you explain to us your app that you've been trying to make sense of?
Wait, before you
Absolutely,
start,
y'all.
If
Absolutely.
I said, do you want to develop an app? Would you get the reference?
I wish I got that reference. I don't know a lot of references. I don't know many things. Is it commercial or
Morty.
is it something
Yeah.
else?
Rick and Morty.
Oh, Rick and Morty. I watched the first 3 seasons of that, and then I just haven't kept up with it.
That's
'cause
one of
we lost
our
HBO.
favorite shows.
HBO fell victim to the thing of I'm not allowed to use my brother's password anymore, and so yeah, brutal, right?
The jersey fell.
Shallon Bucks went down.
Yeah,
I don't know if you heard about it, but Shallon Monks is the greatest player in Knicks history, according to Timmy.
Oh, hey man, 6'7".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into this app that you're making. So
Yeah.
why don't you explain to everyone what we
So-
got going for?
This started for me literally 5 years ago. At the end of a season, somebody's like, "Hey, what rule changes would you want to meet?" I think what they meant was do we want to play with punters next season or not? But I'm an insane person. I was like, all right, well, if I was designing fantasy football from the perspective of this is like a board game, it's a game that you play entirely on your own. What would make the game more fun? And I noticed the two biggest problems that people tend to have with fantasy sports are one, people get frustrated because trading is really hard in fantasy sports. When you do player for player trades,
Yeah, I
right?
know that. I know that.
Right?
People in
I
this
heard that.
people in this stream right now know that. We have
Everybody knows
a very
it.
controversial week in our fantasy league. A trade happened and a civil war started. But
Oh, first off, that's awesome. Fantasy football is about hating your friends, not about
Yeah,
having fun. It's about creating conflict in a group chat. Basically, that's
Of
how I look
course.
at it. It's I look at this as this is a social game masquerading as a competitive game, and trading is the most social thing you do after the draft. But the problem is, in regular sports, trades are always star player being traded to a contending team for a package of assets. But in fantasy sports, it has to be player for player trade. If I trade you 2 players in fantasy, you still have to drop somebody, so it's still 2 for 2, right? And then the other thing I thought about is it's a 14-week long game that is once you start 2 and 6, you're basically done. There's nothing you can do. You just gotta, and this is why people drop out. This is why they have punishments in fantasy football leagues, is to punish you into trying to play. I was like, all right, this is a casual game that I play to stay in touch with my high school friends. What is a game that I play casually? And the first thing that came to mind was Mario Kart, right? You guys ever played
Yeah.
Mario Kart?
great game, of course. Everyone's
It's the
playing
best.
Mario. Even my girlfriend's in the room. Have you played Mario Kart, Olivia? Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have had
Oh, yeah.
nights specifically here where we have just had beers and played Mario Kart.
Because it rules. And the
Yeah.
idea behind Mario Kart is essentially the items, they're not chaos elements. They just operate on this logic of the better you are at Mario Kart, the harder the game is. And the worse you are at Mario Kart, the easier the game is. The items get better and they kind of handicap. Everybody stays in the middle. And I was like, all right, how do we do that in fantasy sports in a way that solves this trading issue so that in a single season you can go from contending team to rebuilding team and back and forth? Came up with this idea of everybody plays quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, kicker, defense. And then there are 3 flex spots that are dependent on where you are in your standing. So if you're a 1 seed, you only play 1 flex. 2 seed plays flex tight end. 3 plays flex. 4 seed plays super flex. 5 seed super flex tight end. 6 seed super flex. What this does is it keeps a team from getting too far ahead. It keeps a team from being too far behind to the point where they're completely out of it halfway through the season. Right now in our league, we have a 12-team league. 11 of the 12 teams are within a game of the playoffs. There's 1 team that's completely eliminated because they are very bad at fantasy football, but they still had fun this year. We'll talk about a trade that they did. Ultimately, though, what this does is it creates an incentive. If you are a bad team, you are now incentivized to trade your good player for multiple other players because you have more roster spots to fill. So this alone creates the narrative of like the player for package of asset deal. And if you're a good team, you're now incentivized to trade those good players for or to trade like your bench players or players that now wouldn't be playing because you're playing a 1-seed roster for that 1 star player on a rebuilding team. I think the most trades we had in a season once was 86. This year, I've lost
86.
track.
If 86 trades happen in our league,
That's like an
I
average
think
of 6 trades a week.
I think we've had 86 trades in our entire history. Our
Yeah,
league's been going on
honestly.
since 2013.
So this is why I had to build the app because it's very hard to keep track of all this stuff. The real genius came about 3 years ago. We tried to take the transfer window from what's it called? European soccer. They have this sort of like transfer window thing. Because I was like, all right,
Where like you can buy players from other teams and pay for them.
Pay for them, right? So I was like, all right, there's this problem with every one of these things came from like I would create something and then you find the contradiction in the problem, you try to solve it. So there's this contradiction where trading works unless you are trading the absolute best player in the league. Then 1, you're incentivized to hold on to him no matter what. No one can really offer you somebody for like a top 3 guy that's worth the value. And 2, there's no real incentive to do that. You'd rather just hold on to these guys. So we wanted to create a situation where the person offering the trade has some leverage and you can get value for the best of the best of the best. So now we do this thing. We call it the marketplace. You do an auction draft for $300. When you draft somebody, that's their salary for the season. So if you draft somebody at $50, their salary is now set at $50. Whatever money you keep for the end of the season goes into your, I call it the war chest. I think we're trying to call it reserves because it's better or whatever. Who cares? But that money goes into your reserves. And also, you can add money to your reserves by either renting players off your team to other teams, or when you cut a player, you get their drafted salary. So if you draft somebody for $40, they're not playing that well, you can cut them. Or if they get hurt, you can cut them. Now, the marketplace mechanic.
If you take Brian Thomas in the first round and you get him for like $40, you can get rid of him 8 weeks into the season because he's been absolutely useless.
And the thing is that now you have this incentive to cut a guy like Brian Thomas because he's just playing under his salary. And it's like, oh, what if he turns back into, an actual good fantasy football player? Obviously, Brian Thomas is trash this year, but some of these guys have bounced back. Go ahead.
Sorry. So someone who is what, like say after like 8 weeks, you're 6-2 and the team that's 2-6 has Brian Thomas. They sell him for the $40. The 8-2 team would want to spend that money to get Brian Thomas back because maybe he'll be good again because it's worth it. Here's
how the money works is like, if you have a player on your team that has a $50 salary and I have $70 in my war chest, I can place a bid on Wednesday night. We have like a silent bidding thing. If my bid is over the price of your player, it forces a negotiation. The negotiation has 3 ways to resolve it. Number 1, you can match the salary. So you take money from your war chest and you put it into the player. So $50 player, $70 bid, you take $20 to match it. Number 2, we work out a trade. You give me the player, I give you a package of assets, including money, players, waiver picks. Or number 3, if no resolution is solved, if we can't come to any agreement, I buy the player for $70. and you get the $70, I get the player off. So it's a way to force teams to have to like sit down and have a negotiation with you. And it forces you to constantly kind of maneuver your roster, maneuver your resources to make sure that you have enough money that, one, you're not losing players on the market, or if you're in a rebuilding mode, it's a good way to just sell some players from cash, and then you can use the cash every week to rent players, buy more players on the marketplace. It is the best trade mechanic I've ever had in any fantasy league, because every single week, all of a sudden on Wednesday, it's 10 p.m. Eastern time, the app will post, these are all the bids. These are all the valid bids that are now forcing negotiations. And the next 24 hours, every single one of those teams is feverishly, aggressively either trying to get more money to match their salaries, trying to work out 3-team deals, or trying to figure out, if I do sell this guy for this much money, what am I going to buy next week for this guy? So it's an absolutely wild system. It sounds a little complicated or whatever, but it has resulted in, like I said, 86 trades last year. Last night I was up until probably 11:30 at night just resolving a lot of issues, just very complicated trades. Everybody in my league we like to use the word financial terrorist. They all try to figure out ways to circumnavigate the salary cap thing. So I have to keep being like, no, this is illegal. You can't do that.
To play devil's advocate, I think the only thing that would be a burden for it is like, you got to make sure you got a good commissioner doing the league.
Well, that's what the app is for, the most part. The app is what I'm trying to do. Like I'm figuring out how to program this stuff on my own. It will handle all of the rules-based stuff. This is what we're doing this year. We have my group of players doing like the MVP, testing the minimum viable product of this thing. Next year, and actually in the offseason, one of the things we want to do is have a simulated season going in the offseason. So if anybody has any interest in this, you sign up for like the email address or whatever. When I get it ready, we'll just sit down and in like an hour over Discord, we can simulate an entire season. So, we'll go through week by week, use Madden to just generate fantasy football scores, and then do like a simulated auction week or simulated marketplace week, all this stuff so you can actually learn how to play the game without having to waste an entire season.
I'm a big fantasy football nerd, so I'd probably mostly be down for that.
Yeah,
but
me too.
Our good friend Michael, who's also in our league, has a great question. How much would salary be if you take Xavier Legette in the 6th round? Our friend over here knows that.
Okay, so let me clarify. All right, so I put him in because we use the ESPN app. I put him in like my queue because a few weeks before was like, I think this guy is going to have a good year and he's going to fall. So I just don't want to forget about him. So I was taking a little too long on my 6th round pick. And all of a sudden, like, time's about to run out. And I'm like, okay, you know what? It's just going to draft Matthew Golden. He's the one who's there, who's best available player. Nope, it took Xavier Legette.
This app won't solve that problem.
So in our league, we do an auction draft, so you have to, bid on the players. But if you do draft somebody poorly in the 1st round, you just wait 2 weeks. It's like, this guy is garbage. Cut him. You get the money, and you can spend it after week 4 trying to buy a better player or rent.
I want to say one thing. I've done a few auction drafts over the years, and all of them have been great experiences. But the thing is, they take forever.
I've heard.
So
yeah, man, especially. I did a 12-man league last year. That draft, Olivia was doing it with me. How long did that draft take? Like 4.5 hours.
Oh yeah,
the one with your dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you know why I left that league? Because the 1st seed didn't get a bye week. I went.
That's
I
want to
let. It was like a stupid league. My dad's like, "Oh, I'm playing with my poker friends. You want to be the 12th guy?" I'm like, "Sure." I joined. I go 11-1, and I lost in the 1st round. I didn't have a bye week. I'm like, "What is this Wands league?" And if you know that story, yeah.
So for our playoff system, we have obviously 1st seed gets a bye. And then because it's such an unfair league for the good teams during the regular season, we wanted to give a really big boost in the postseason. With those 3 flex spots that get determined by your standings, in the playoffs, we play with home field advantage, where the home team gets to pick what are the rosters in those 3 flex spots. So like I might look at somebody's team and be like, we're going to go just a tight end this week. I don't think that they can match up with my 2nd tight end. Or they might go, this team's really top heavy. My team's more deep. We'll go flex, super flex, or something like that. It just gives you a little strategic boost in the playoffs.
It mixes in super flexes without having to implement them for the whole league. Which is
what I thought about was I looked at quarterbacks every year, and there's usually about 15 really playable quarterbacks week to week, about 15, something like that. So in a 12-man league, if you do, everybody has to play 2 QBs. Now all of a sudden you're making quarterbacks super valuable because you want to have
Yeah.
2 of those 15 guys. But if you do standard where there's only 1 quarterback, now all of a sudden the quarterbacks have no value because you always can pick one of those 15 guys up off of waivers.
Yeah, I mean, like
essentially.
this year's a great example. You could have gotten 4 really insane quarterbacks past round 9 in Dak, Caleb,
Yep.
Drake May, like all these guys that
Oh,
are going
Drake May,
past
go
9.
Pats, baby.
Oh, he's a Patriots fan too.
Even better.
Ah, baby.
My friend Timmy over here is a Jeff fan. So
Oh, I'm
before
sorry.
the season, my bet of the year.
You do that every day? You wake up every day and you go, I'm going to be a Jets fan? You can just root for another team.
Blame my dad. It's all my dad's fault.
Kyle, my bet of the year was Pats over 7.5 wins,
God,
and
would
Timmy.
you shut the hell up with that already?
It was a great
It's a
bet.
great bet.
Yeah,
It's a great
cool.
bet. It's a great bet.
Exactly. He knows ball. Nick knows Drake May is. Who's the quarterback I hate for all of history, Nick?
What do you mean?
Because of what he did to the Giants.
Oh, Tommy DeVito.
I said
Oh,
to this
yeah,
day,
that's right.
Tommy DeVito's the reason the Giants don't have Drake May, and I will forever hate him.
As if we could totally this is the thing. People say this all the time, like, oh, if we would have had this draft pick, who the hell is to say that you would have been able to develop Drake May in the Giants system?
Yeah, I don't personally, I don't think those Giants would ever be able to touch my beautiful boy, Drake May. I also personally believe that he is on the Patriots because it was ordained by God himself. That this ties itself back to the Mayflower and the Pilgrims. But
Yeah, you guys went through the suffering of Tom Brady. Now you get Drake May. Yeah.
yeah, it was tough winning, 6 Super Bowls with Tom and then watching him win another one in Tampa Bay, which was also very fun.
And then
What's been
sucking
fun?
for 4 years.
It was a long 4. It was a long 4. for
Yeah,
us.
right.
I think
They even
this-
made the playoffs. They
Yeah, that's right. The
they
first year.
rebuilt and made the playoffs in a shorter span than the Jets won more than 9 wins. Yeah.
We've been
6 and no
saying,
fingers.
Second spin.
because half the league is Patriots fans, and we've been saying it's like the one thing that is wild that no one cares. Obviously, everyone hates us. You should hate us. You should hate us forever. This is unbelievable that we did it again. But like this team is actually fun to root for. Like Vrabel seems like he likes his guys. He likes
I've always been a
human beings.
Vrabel
So
guy.
I was
love
going to
Vrabel.
say, this is not a Patriots team that I physically can't stand like the teams of past.
Yeah.
That the only reason is because they're still new. So
Yes.
I guarantee after playing DeMario Douglas, Drake May, all those guys next year twice, I'm going to slowly but surely start to hate.
You know, we bring this up. It's funny because you said last week that I don't really hate Josh Allen, but then me and Nick were like, oh, if he won the next 3 rings, you probably hate his ass.
Yeah, no, I
So
definitely
like,
would.
I think that's a big phenomenon. Like once someone wins once, then he's got the biggest target on his back.
Well, everybody liked Patrick Mahomes at first. And
Yeah.
we're like, oh, yeah, it's cool. This kid is in the Super Bowl. And like, oh, my God, look how good he is. Then when Brady, retired and he started getting every call known to man, everybody hated him.
I love it. I love that everyone started complaining about a different quarterback. That's amazing. What I do
Wright-
love is I will say from the people of New England, we would prefer if you guys went back to just hating us. We kind of don't feel comfortable with this idea that everyone's like, oh, actually, Drake May's pretty good. We like him. It's like, no, we want
Yeah.
hate. We want you guys. We want another Peyton Manning, Tom Brady thing where I stand by vehemently that the reason everybody likes Peyton Manning more than Tom is just that Peyton lost games and Tom Brady won all of them.
Yeah.
Think of how many teams in the AFC, their biggest win for like 10 years was they beat Peyton Manning in the playoffs because he choked all the time versus the Patriots. Never happened, So that is, I'm a huge Patriots homer though. I love him. It's
You
hard.
follow Drake May's wife on TikTok because her
Of course I
comment
follow
sections
Drake May's wife on
are
TikTok. I'm
actually
texting.
hilarious.
I'm one of the people that's like, yeah, make sure you tuck him in and give him a nice little rub on the belly.
Yeah,
Make sure
like
my
she'll like her video will be like her making sourdough bread, and all the comments will be like, make sure it doesn't burn Drake May's mouth, or like he's like they'll be like Giselle never made bread for us. Like they're it's all great.
She didn't. I'm sorry. Giselle never made bread for it's a completely we went from the most unlikable good team in the history of sports, and I'll fully admit that. Belichick and Brady they're both weird, and everyone's seeing it now. But like
No,
May
I think
is
I think
adorable.
honestly, I think Spygate is what made it, and then go rolling into the Deflategate.
Deflategate.
I think the
Nobody let
Deflategate
any air of
wasn't
those
as bad. I think
footballs.
people would bitch
Nobody
about
let
that.
any
I
air of those
think that's a
footballs.
big
I read the
thing.
court cases. Nobody let any air of
Yeah.
those footballs. It was just cold. The end.
Yeah, but also the thing is, they have no argument because the Patriots eviscerated the Colts.
Yeah, we needed that
they
that
really did.
1 pound per. The thing that bothers me the most about Deflategate is not any of this bullshit about like the witch hunt or whatever. It's the fact that Aaron Rodgers went on air once and like they said it was like a fun little story. It's like he overinflated his footballs by the same amount that Brady apparently underinflated, and he admitted he's like, yeah, I like to overinflate them. It's illegal, but I like this a little bit more. And nobody cared. He wasn't suspended for 4 games. He was fine. He's allowed to just do whatever he wants. Everybody loved him for it. But apparently
Didn't
Tom
that
Brady
get
was
killed,
deflating
though?
football. So
No, he still missed. Remember,
he-
because
he
Jimmy
missed
Garoppolo came in and won
yeah.
those games.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was the year they beat the Falcons.
Mhm.
That was honestly, I was rooting really hard for them in that Super Bowl.
Sure.
Yeah,
that was
2016.
Who the
that was the
Falcons
only
would
way to
No,
make
Pats.
that Super Bowl entertaining, to be honest, was to be down 28-3. Because if we just beat the Atlanta Falcons, everyone would have been like, oh my God, why are we beating up on Atlanta more? Haven't they suffered enough? They were much more rootable than we were. It's just the fact that the 28-3 of it all is so unbelievable that it was actually entertaining. Otherwise, it would have been like that.
Do you remember where we were for that game? We were in Peter's
Peter's
basement.
house, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at work. I never saw that game live.
lucky.
I watched replays, obviously, but I just remember seeing the score. I was like, oh, I guess the Patriots aren't going to win. And then I was like, holy shit.
You want to hear a funny story? So the next year they played the Eagles, and they were going for the 3-peat.
We were at TJ's house.
I was at my cousin's house with Joe's dad, and he's a big Jet fan, and he was the biggest Eagles fan I've ever seen. And when they
Me too.
sacked him for the fumble, Brady,
Well,
he was just singing "Goodbye, Brady, goodbye, Brady," and we're like, I'm like, you're still a Jet fan. Like, what are you celebrating?
That's what we
Celebrating
want
that-
again.
Yeah,
We want the
don't
Jets
have
fans to be
see-
celebrating the one bad thing that happened. Like we want Jets fans celebrating us losing a Super Bowl. That's how dominant the Patriots. That's
I have
what
a
I want
question.
again.
Who were you rooting for when it was Giants Pats?
the Giants.
Okay, good
You-
answer.
think everybody was.
Which time are you talking about?
Both.
Well,
'Cause I mean, like,
the second
even
time
though
I
we
was
were in-
obliged to, or not obliged,
We were in
obligated to
fifth
root
grade
for
and
them.
ninth grade for those two.
Yeah. So could you let me get my words out? Jesus Christ, man.
I'm a little energized from the C4. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I know. I had a C4 too, and I'm not all like, but no, the second time around in 2011 or 2012, whatever, that was when I felt obligated because I couldn't root for the Patriots. At least in 2007, I was like, oh, this is fun. Like, you know, they've had a good year and they're going to potentially take out the undefeated Patriots and everything like that. But 2011, I was just like, it's the lesser of two evils in this scenario.
I will say, one of the weird experiences, I talked with my brother about this because he's also a huge Patriots fan. There was the 10-year gap where the Patriots didn't win a Super Bowl from 2004 until 2014, which I know saying this to a Jets fan is insane. But
I was going to say, there's no leg to stand on.
I will say, being that close to a Super Bowl and not winning it year after year after year, including 2 losses to Eli Manning and the Giants. Like, I remember by 2013, remember we lost to the Broncos in a game where everybody was banged up. Brady didn't look
Yep.
that good. And it was like, oh, I guess we're just going to win those 3 early on. And then the rest is going to be kind of low-key, devastating, heartbreaking loss after heartbreaking loss. And no one's going to care because we won the 3 to be like, if it went the other way around where we lost to those Giants ones and then finally beat the Rams in the Super Bowl or something like that, like then people would have been like, oh, this team overcame the hump. But because we started off so good, no one really pays attention to like, this kind of sucks. I was really rooting for that. That 2007 season was the most fun and most stressful season I've ever watched because it's like they were talking undefeated season after week 3. Every single week, every team was playing us like it was the Super Bowl. It was awesome. Kind of love
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
That's honestly one of the you know, now that I'm thinking about it, the Randy Moss's record
24.
23. It's I was gonna say unbreakable, but now with the 17th game, maybe someone will get to it.
Yeah. I don't know
Here's-
how many does Njigba have right now.
He doesn't have it. He don't even think he has double-digit touchdowns.
No, he doesn't.
He's
have
on pace for the
digits.
receiving yard record, though.
Yeah. He just catches every single pass. I know because I traded him after like week 3 for Justin Jefferson and a package of assets. And I was like, oh, great. I'll get some money. I'll get some other players. Like maybe JSN won't be the number 1 wide receiver every single week for the entire season. And like Justin Jefferson can't
but
be
he
this bad. And I guess I'm an idiot. So
Well, because you know why? I don't know if you were in the stream earlier, but he has 9 throwing to him, who's awful.
he's terrible. You know what's funny is before he started playing, I remember telling people, you know, we have a podcast for our league. It's just for our league mates so that, you know, we can go over all these rules that they have to learn.
Oh, that's fun.
That's great. It's been super fun. We've been doing it for like 3 years now. And we were talking, it's like, man, it's really weird. Usually in these drafts with quarterbacks, there's at least one guy that's an absolute dud. And we were saying, like, you know, Caleb Williams looks pretty good. He's maybe not generationally good, but like the Bears look like they're rallying around him. Obviously,
we
talked about this on the pod last week, that they're going to be one of those teams that probably gets in the playoffs, make some noise, and then next year they're going to be like top 3 Super Bowl favorites because they might take that next step forward, and people are going to expect that step forward.
I wouldn't even know if I'd say Super Bowl favorites more than just very high expectations. Like, you better be winning the division high.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say in Chicago? It's always good to have really high expectations for the Bears because they will never let you down and they'll never disappoint you one time.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's like it looked like every quarterback in that class, even Bo Nix was looking good. And I completely forgot JJ was in the same class as him and Williams and Drake May and Bo Nix. And it's like,
I genuinely threw a party when the Giants didn't take him. I was so happy, and you have no idea. I did not want any part of that bum.
He's the dud. He's the dud, and he's killing my fantasy football season. But, you know, what can he do? I believed in a Vikings quarterback. That's on me. That one's on me.
Yeah, right? He's actually just horrible. Like, and you know what the worst part is that I keep bringing this up every freaking week, that they had Darnold. He had this amazing season, but it's like at the end of the year, it's like, all right, he's going to walk or we got to pay him. But we used this first-round pick on this guy in the top 10, so if we give up on him, we look like absolute idiots. So they were kind of between a rock and a hard place, and they had to pick JJ, or else they look like actual morons.
The one that kills me.
Also, I'm sorry. Just
go ahead.
The point of trading up to get JJ McCarthy when the Jets weren't going to draft the quarterback just won't make any sense to me ever.
Yeah, like Sean Payton was in the war room laughing at them.
Yeah, how could you not be?
The thing that gets me is, like, I'm fine with them letting Darnold go. But, like, remember last year, Daniel Jones was on the Vikings for last year. Like, he was learning the playbook. He was learning the system. How do you not bring him in and just give him, like, the backup duties? Because he already knows the system. You're saving money on a quarterback because you got a rookie contract there anyway. That's the one that gets me. Like, I understand letting Darnold walk because he got paid a ton of money. But, nobody was 100% sure he was going to do what he's doing in Seattle now. But, like, letting Daniel Jones go, who's now having a really decent season. He's been great. And you're stuck, like, with every piece of a Super Bowl contender except for quarterback. And you had 2 of them in the building that were good, that liked the team, that, like, learned the playbook. It's wild mismanagement.
So, earlier, Zach asked the Civil War story that happened this week. Nick, do you want to explain what happened this week?
No, I do not.
No.
So
we can explain it.
A person in our league traded for an injured player, and he's in a must-win situation, and I flipped my lid. And
okay, you're gonna use like a 1950s term of freak out. Like, that is the most what would you say, Nick?
Underselling.
Yeah, underselling. Like.
Oh, really? How would you describe it then?
A meltdown?
Yeah, a meltdown is a good way.
Because it was bullshit. Because it's happened twice already.
You know how I'll describe it? That, like, 1930s work whistle angry. Like, the cartoon would be, like, turned into a whistle and, like...
We're going Flintstone style on you.
Exactly.
I was there live in my apartment.
Yeah, because I got off work, I went to bed, and I woke up at 1:45 and to this trade vibrating on my chest. And that's the first thing I wake up to, and I really want to see that someone traded for a guy that just bursted his appendix.
I have a new rule. No looking at your phone for at least half an hour after you wake up, because your one eye was still closed while you were reading and texting.
I could just picture, like, the one eye open. Are you fucking kidding me with this bullshit?
Who was the player?
So a kid in our league who is currently 6-5 in a must-win traded to one of the top 3 teams in the league that is literally just needs a quarterback. He has CeeDee Lamb, Rashee Rice, and Puka Nacua, and he gave him Stafford and Trey Benson for Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh God! Oh my God! That is
And so this is the best part.
Crash out, Brock.
This is the best part. He needed a flex this week because he has to win to stay in the playoff race, and he trades for him and then goes and picks up a flex in the free agency. So that's why everyone was making fun of him. And that's why I was flipping my lid.
Cameron Dyke.
Yeah, he picked up Cameron Dyke. So he could have just picked up Cameron Dyke and waited till next week to do this trade.
This
Yeah,
is
see,
one of
and
the
now
things,
you're laughing because it's true.
This is one of the things that I've been trying to
just
figure.
was like. So I was also in the chat trying to defend the trade. I think the only reason I was trying to defend it is because George was having such an episode that I just wanted to be like, no, he's wrong. It's
Because everyone roots against me. I'm the villain of this league.
you make everybody root against you, and you
gotta
like to
lean
think
in.
everybody does when we actively don't. Just
You got to
sometimes.
lean in. Every board game I've ever played since I was like 10 years old, everyone has immediately determined
No, I
that,
didn't.
like, as long as they don't win, we just have to make sure
Why is that your
Kyle
name?
doesn't win.
No, it's never been my name.
That's Olivia's name on YouTube.
Apparently.
I did not. I swear I didn't change it.
I swear. I never had. It was always my name.
Interesting. Sorry, we're figuring out
Zach,
names here.
Zach, earlier the same kid traded another a person who was 0-5 in our league, who's known to be very smart and does do well in fantasy. He just lost CeeDee Lamb and he was 0-5. He traded CeeDee Lamb for Zay Flowers and Brandon Ayuk.
Ooh.
So he traded an injured player for a more injured player.
Okay,
Ooh.
but CeeDee Lamb was supposed to miss, like, he got put on IR, so you expect at least 3 weeks. And I mean,
The kid who made the trade just wrote, the guy who traded Stafford has Jones and Purdy. Yeah.
You just put him on blast.
yeah, seriously. Also, when was it, like, has Purdy even, how many games has he played
He
this
came
year?
back last week.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to tell with
feel
him
like-
because him and Mac Jones, when they're both in uniform, look completely identical as people. They're like the same height, same build. You could switch their jerseys back and forth and no one would notice.
They play very different, though.
I'm surprised because for a while,
Purdy's like an improviser, and
Yeah.
Mac's like a pocket passer.
he is a pocket guy. I mean, he's fat, so he can't move around too much.
Yeah.
Hey,
At
that's
least
a
he
former
was.
Patriot King right
He
there.
was at a time fat, like towards the because I can remember he made the Pro Bowl in his rookie year with New England, and seeing him in that Pro Bowl jersey, I was just like, you look like you could be playing like offensive lineman.
All right.
Yep.
We got a question from Swarm Events.
Oh,
Fellas, I'm in a 2 QB flex PPR league and have the playoff bye. Someone wants to trade me Baker and Godwin for Dart and T-Law. I have Stafford as my other QB. Can you rate the trade? Who wins? 2 QB league.
Baker
Someone
and
wants to trade
Godwin.
me Baker and Godwin for Dart and T-Law.
Godwin is definitely like
So you're getting Baker and Godwin for Dart and T-Law?
I'd rather get Baker and Godwin there, but Godwin's sort of a scratch ticket guy. Like if he
Yeah,
isn't
that's
so
true.
injured he can't play, he'll be fine. And I like Baker more than I just Trevor Lawrence,
Especially if Evans
Lawrence
misses
plays
the
more.
season.
Yeah,
no, but Godwin hasn't had a good season either.
Godwin literally might be too injured to play football. Like he might be done. It might be in that like
Exactly.
Blake Griffin at
Dude,
the end of the year,
dude,
end of his career type.
Did
of
you
stuff.
guys see that picture of him with his ankles? One of them was like freaking swollen like crazy.
Mike Evans or
No,
Chris
Godwin.
Oh,
Godwin.
no, I didn't.
Yeah, I like Baker more than T-Law. I have no interest in. I don't like watching Lawrence play football. I'm tired of the Jaguars.
Dart is phenomenal for fantasy, but the concussion is a little scary, and it seems to me he's like one concussion away from being sat for the entire season. So again, can you comment, Swarm, if you're getting Baker and Godwin? And then I mean Godwin should be back this week, if not this week, next week, and they really do need him. So I would take that.
Oh, but yeah, I
No,
think
just realized I was supposed to make American Psycho references all episode and just completely slipped my mind.
Yeah. You wanted to talk about Breaking Bad.
I said if it came up.
I was trying to get Olivia to watch Better Call Saul, and
It starts out a little slow.
slow.
I did.
Oh, I know we haven't gotten to it. I still haven't finished Paradise.
You're
You ever seen Paradise, Kyle?
Paradise. No. What is it?
It's a very good show. That they've been begging me to watch. I've watched like the first 4 episodes.
I gotta get back
Yes,
into
I'd be
my,
getting Baker and Godwin, trading away Dart and T-Law. Yeah, if you have Stafford, take that.
I also say, personally, if it's like a toss-up trade, this might just be me. Like, if it's 50-50, you don't really know whether or not you want to make the trade. make the trade. It's more fun to make trades than to not make
Plays
trades,
Raiders in
right?
the
Just
championship.
rip it, have some fun with your league, give your league something to talk about, like blow up the group chat for a little bit and be like, hey, have them all weigh in on the trade. It makes the league more fun. Trading, I genuinely think, is that is what keeps the game interesting after the draft. The draft is super fun, and then the rest of it, if it's just picking up guys off of waivers, that's not really getting anybody excited. I like when there's a trade every single week, so that at least the other people in the league can comment on that trade and have something to say in the group chat.
Swarm events. Baker gets the Panthers in week 16. Their pass defense is solid. And then the Dolphins week 17, which is a great game. So I think I would still be fine with Baker and Godwin there. Baker is proven to be matchup proof.
Elite.
Yeah, he's matchup proof, especially if he runs one in. We got another question.
Delete.
Chris, yours truly. Trade Bowers, Rika, and Michael Wilson for Olave and Kittle. I have Gibbs, Judkins, Kamara, O'Dunes, Wandell, and Marvin Harrison Jr.
No.
Trade Bowers, Rico.
If you can get Matthew Stafford and Trey Benson for Marvin Harrison Jr., then maybe you should do that.
All right, relax. I'm trying to answer the freaking question.
I think my first thing, my hot take on this is going to be I think Bowers is a better tight end than Kittle is, but I think the Raiders are just a dumpster fire. The only problem with Bowers is that he's on the Raiders. They can't score points. I kind of would rather have the tight end on the offense that seems to be cooking because tight ends are really touchdown dependent.
So, Chris, I'm a huge Olave fan, but that man scares me. He's an elite receiver, and this year, honestly, I wasn't big on him enough. He was a second to third round talent going in the 7th round because of how bad their offense was supposed to be, and this guy is still producing. So you're getting Kittle, who's a top 3 tight end in fantasy, and Olave, who's honestly a top 15 receiver in fantasy. You're adding him to a team with already all that talent, and Harrison's going to be back. There's no reason to have Michael Wilson, so I think I would take that deal.
I thought Harrison, but I'm not gonna.
He's out this week, but Chris, take that deal. This kid is actually.
I'm interested to see how Harrison plays out the rest of the season with Brissett. I love Jacoby.
I can't.
What did he say?
I'm gonna read it out loud just to be annoying. Sup, boys? Great pod. I'm in a 4-man full PPR, 1 coach. What? I can't with this kid. Punters get 60 points per game. I was offered Johnny Hecker for Mahomes.
Oh, if you can get Johnny Hecker at this point in the season, you just got to rip the trigger on that one, obviously.
Oh my God.
Mahomes and Rice. I haven't seen Mahomes punt the ball once, but I just don't believe he's going to be able to pin it inside the 5 every single week.
Yes, Michael, take that trade.
Yeah,
as long as Mahomes is injured, then you got to do it.
Yeah, I just don't think his kicking foot's there. He doesn't have the leg power that he used to.
I'm in an Eli Manning only league, and I have Eli Manning. Should I trade for Eli Manning?
Exactly.
Really depends if you're getting playoff Eli or regular season Eli.
So our friend Zach from Jive is a big Giants fan, and he's delusional. Kyle, what is your take on the Giants secondary?
The Giants secondary right now?
Yes.
Dude, I want to only say bad things about the New York Football Giants.
Go off. I need you to.
This is the problem. Is there is something going on with that team where the vibes are right? They seem to be playing well. They're not good. They don't have talent. They don't have talented players, but they are playing better than that lack of talent should ever say. And I do like Dart as a quarterback. He seems like he's not. It's very weird. I feel like we talk about evaluating quarterbacks all the time. And look at Joe Flacco this year. When he was on the Browns, it's like, all right, he's retired, get him out of the league. And then you put him on the Bengals, and all of a sudden he looks like, better than he looked in his prime. It's hard to judge this Giants team and judge a guy like Dart, but he seems like he's pretty good. And if you already have the quarterback and you have the high draft pick, I don't know. That's how teams turn it around fast. It's like you get an offensive lineman. You get a
Tyler Perry, 100% start Devontae Smith. The Cowboys defense is absolutely horrific. He's going to torch them. Just set and forget.
I just hate watching this Eagles offense. They don't like to throw the ball. They don't like to do anything fun.
Our Verbo is thoughts of the commissioner of my league vetoing my trade to a 3-8 team. I'm 7-5 and was trading Rico, Aaron Jones, and Jawan Jennings for Nico Collins and Alvin Kamara.
That's my cousin.
So, listen, in our league especially, and that needs to be done beforehand. I think if you are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, you should be barred from trading at all.
I agree.
But I mean, if your league hasn't set that, it's not the worst trade ever, but it's you're definitely getting you're definitely getting the better end of that trade right there.
Yeah, that's my cousin Richie.
Oh, nice to meet you, Richie. But yeah,
text me later about
in
it.
In that league, 100%, you got to like set the precedent where if the team's eliminated from the playoffs, I think in any league that should be a thing.
This is why I don't know why none of you listen to me. That the trade deadline should not be December 1st.
It was an accident.
This year, we've had this conversation for like 3 years.
This is what I'll say.
How about mid-November or early November? Like, it's not that freaking hard. It's always caused an issue.
What I will say is if the commissioner does veto your trade, regardless of whether or not you think he's in the right or the wrong, you should make as big a stink of it as possible and just punish this person for thinking, oh, it'll be fun to be commissioner of this league. Try to mutiny him as much as you possibly can. Cause him to lose sleep over this. Just have some fun with it. If he's going to veto your trade, at least get something out of the experience, right?
Listen, again, also, Richie, if another big rule is that if the trade is in blatant collusion where you literally hit him up and like, all right, help me win this league, I'll give you like half the money, then it should never be vetoed.
Yeah, no, it should be left up to the vote, and the commissioner should never just cancel it.
Yeah.
Like, even if it is straight collusion, it should still be put up to the vote.
But you did 100% win that trade, like 70-30, I'd say.
Yeah, oh, yeah, he definitely
absolutely
did.
Huge win, which is probably why they vetoed. But again, either A, you need to set the rule precedent where if he's eliminated, can't trade, or B, unless it's pure collusion, you can't veto anything. So it's in that weird gray area.
I think all the trades that you're seeing here, this is like getting into what I talk about when it's genuinely hard to make value equal in these fantasy football trades. You're just throwing names together and you're kind of trying to mash together all of these specific pieces to equal like the same value. This is what I like about our little marketplace thing. It's why we put it in, is that like in all of the trades that we offer, you can toss in a couple of bucks here and there. So if you're trading for like a player for a guy who's, slightly better, you also throw in $5-10 that they can use on the marketplace later on. That's one of those reasons, like one of the ways that it makes trading just significantly easier is that the cash value helps you bridge the gap between player values without having to be like, all right, how much should I wager like this tight end's value over being added into the trade or not? You just put a number value on it, submit, and the trade goes through.
So we got another question. What's the worst trade in your league this year? How about, so the worst trade this year was the CeeDee Lamb for Brandon Ayuk and Zay Flowers, but I'm going to change it. I know what the worst trade in our league's history is in our 13-year career.
Oh, God. Let it go.
So
let it the fuck go, man.
In 2023, after 3 weeks of CeeDee Lamb playing average football, my esteemed colleague over here, Tim, traded CeeDee Lamb for DeAndre Swift.
What happened, though, the night before?
What happened?
Nick Chubb's leg went backwards.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
He traded the number one receiver in fantasy for...
He panicked.
I did.
For a decent running back and a piece of poop.
You wanted him all year, asshole. Come on. Don't try to play that. Don't act like you didn't hit me up for Swift every other week.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of Swift.
I know, but you're only like... Yeah. I will never hear the end of it.
You know why? Kyle? Hold on. You know why, Kyle? You know why? Because CeeDee Lamb dropped 45 on me in the championship, and the team that had him wouldn't have made the playoffs if they didn't get CeeDee Lamb.
Listen, this is what I always say when people start complaining, like, oh, I can't believe you accepted that trade. Hey, the player was out there. You could have offered a better deal. If you had a better player to offer him, you could have offered him a better deal.
He actually couldn't have that time. He was...
Then that's right. Then you have no right to complain. That's the best deal on the table. You can't yell at a guy for the best deal. I would say the worst trade in our league this year was I traded JSN for Justin Jefferson and a bunch of crap. So yeah,
how early on though?
Week 3.
It was like week 4.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah.
What else did you get?
I got about $45, and I got a quarterback that's been off my team now for a while. I am a big churner. Like I try to trade people once they have a good week for underperforming players, hoping that the value will rise up. And just keep accumulating assets that way so that eventually, you hopefully have a couple of good players and a little bit of cash. Right now, I have like the third most cash in our league. and I'm in first place in my division, regardless of the fact that I absolutely screwed that trade up. But
All right, we got a paragraph from Country Boy Jazz.
Oh, boy.
All right, hold on. Freaking chat. Okay. 12-man PPR. Start who? 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 2 receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex. Quarterback, Purdy Mahomes. Who's Purdy playing? Panthers. Gotta go Mahomes at home. CMC, Jones, Walker, Tucker, Benson, Rodriguez. Well, obviously you're gonna bench CMC. CMC, if it's Aaron Jones, Jesus Christ.
I like Walker. I think he had a good,
I gotta put together this guy's whole team. Hold on. I got you.
Seriously,
No, I got you.
gosh.
I got you. You ready? All right. So you're definitely putting in Diggs. You're definitely gonna put in Olave. So that's your 2 receivers. Definitely putting in CMC. Definitely putting in Walker. So that's your 2 running backs. Tight end. Kate Otten. And then Rams. Who do the Rams play? Rams play
Packers.
No, they play Sunday night against the Bucks. Packers play 9, so put the Packers D. So Mahomes, CMC and Walker, Olave and Diggs. Ayuk you can drop. He's not even going to be on the team anymore. Otten.
No, you can drop
Packers
Waller
D.
too.
Yeah, I was gonna say Waller. What?
And Sean Tucker. There you go.
I think
The bane of my existence.
My takeaway on this is your league has too many players. You need less bench spots. This is way too many people on a team. Like, who's on your waivers anymore? I don't know. I like a smaller.
It looks normal.
I like having smaller rosters. There's more. I like having when you have more players on waivers. It leads to more movement, I think. Because if you lose a trade, you can always recover from it a little bit, and injuries aren't as bad.
No,
injuries are off.
I feel like it looks worse than it is because it's typed out so much, but it looks like a normal amount of players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Maybe like
there's 2 extra.
2 extra, maybe, yeah. But yeah. I mean, it's not that crazy. I've seen way worse.
What's the name of your app, Kyle?
So it's not in the story yet.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna let me throw the QR code for your website up.
Awesome. Oh, look at that QR codes. Yeah, clubhousefantasysports.io. Like we are, it's me building this app. My wife's a developer, so she's helped with all the back end stuff. And we're just trying to find people that are interested in playing it next year when we like build it out. I think we have like 100 people signed up to play next year. We're gonna run some, simulated seasons in the off season because I think that's like Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but have you found out, do you like, how does like the app store, like how do you get it into the app store? Like, since you got 100 people, that's a decent amount of people. So like, how does that work with, like, I don't know. What's the word I'm looking for?
Right now I'm in the process of trying to find people that have more of a development background to help me build the thing out. Otherwise I'm just going to keep plugging away. And once it's up to snuff, like once we've worked out the kinks, it's one of the reasons we want to do this, simulated seasons in the off season was 1, just so people can try it out without having to waste an entire season, but 2, just so I can keep working out some of these kinks so I don't have to micromanage everybody's individual league. But getting on the app store it's pretty easy. You just have to kind of pay and go through some services that put things on all the different little app stores. So the idea is hopefully next year it'll be available. We might have it more of a limited beta test because I don't have the manpower. If 1,000 people played this game, and something went wrong, I have no idea how to handle an app that's that big, and I'm not getting paid any money, so I can't do that much on this. I've been playing this, working on this rule set and working on these mechanics for 5 years, and I just really wanted to see if people wanted to try it. I built the app out originally just for our league to play it, so that we used to play it on a spreadsheet. I just wanted it to be a little bit nicer to play on. And then I posted on TikTok. The first post that I made had 350,000 views, just talking about why trades don't work in fantasy sports. Yeah. And so it's all of a sudden it went from almost in a month. It went from, we have this league that has some rules and we have a little app for it, to now there's all these people that want to play, and I have to figure out on the fly, how do I get these people something to play? Oh, one of the things that we are gonna do soon, I don't know if you saw this TikTok of ours. We play fantasy football golf once you've been eliminated, which is you just select 3 players and try to score as close to 0 as possible. But if you get exactly 0, it's a 15-stroke penalty. So they have to do something. They have to like catch a pass or run. And I built out a little app that I'm trying to get out for the playoffs where everyone will just submit their 3 players and there'll be a leaderboard, and whoever gets the closest to 0 will win, I don't know, recognition. I'm not going to pay anybody anything, but
just pick 3 guys from Timmy's current team and you'll do that.
That's the best thing. It's just like if you pick somebody on your team who's been your golf champion all season, you're Tiger Woods. That's just extra bonus points. But it's a fun little stupid game to get people to pay attention once their season's been eliminated.
Yeah, there it is. What are your thoughts on this? Someone in my league is benching their team in protest of a trade. Do you think that's fair to the rest of the league? Kyle, that's my brother being a nuisance.
Oh, there we go. First off, I think you could go further than this. I think you got to get the newspapers involved. You need to get the media on your side. Start a sports blog and have AI write a page every single day dedicated to how unfair this regime is. You need to study color revolutions that the CIA has done in third world countries to overthrow their dictatorships. You can do this. I believe in you. Start the revolution now.
You know, everyone does think I'm like all right. I just want to preface this right now. Everyone acts like I'm like some dictator and commissioner when I actually don't do as bad things as people think.
You talk yourself into trouble.
Yeah, you really do. You put yourself in holes.
Just let me talk. Don't.
Honestly, yeah, you need to be my
I try. You still talk anyway.
Nick, why don't you explain a typical Sunday while football's going on in the chat to Kyle here?
It's usually George complaining about fantasy to try to get a rise out of people, and mixing that with AI videos, or what else do you do?
Oh, what's the one thing I hate in fantasy?
He hates defenses.
I think defenses are the worst thing
you.
in fantasy, and they should be banned in all leagues. I think they're pure luck and bullshit.
We've been trying to figure out something to do with defenses because I feel in the same way. Like I just don't really like them. What I did was
thank you.
What we did, because we only have 2 bench spots, we have like a really small bench. And so I nerfed defenses so they score between like 0 and 8 points on a given week, generally, unless they get some touchdowns. And kickers, I kind of nerfed them too, so they only get about like 5 or 6 points. And so every week you have this choice. Do I take like the 5 points, or do I add another bench spot by dropping a kicker and picking up another flex guy? And I like that because at least it's a decision. I just want to give people like difficult choices to make every single week. And having the short bench, it's pretty hard to determine who you're actually going to keep and who you're not going to keep. So that like extra 5 points. Some weeks it's like, yeah, I can sacrifice it. Other times it feels like it's a game breaker. Thoughts on microwaves?
I had never had a microwave in my house growing up.
Oh,
so everyone thinks it's hilarious.
His mom doesn't trust microwaves.
You gotta have a little flavor growing up, right? You gotta have your parents gotta give you a little bit of abnormal thing to make it interesting. So,
whose funds reached?
That's Ant.
Oh, that is Ant.
When are you guys doing a face reveal? Just sit. He's literally upstairs right now, and we hear him laughing, and like it's not that funny. I go Will.
Very funny.
Nico or BTJ moving forward in Dynasty. Listen, Nico's got maybe 1 to 2 more years of elite status. 100% BTJ. He's in his second year, a little bit of sophomore slump. He'll be fine. 100% BTJ all the way.
I'm gonna zag on that one. I don't think I kind of worried that BTJ last year was a product of a very specific set of circumstances. Backup quarterback and all the other wide receivers were injured. Going forward, he might not even be the wide receiver 1 on the team next year if what's his face? Guy who plays both ways. I forget his name.
Travis Hunter. Well, I mean,
Travis
like
Hunter.
if you're comparing him to a guy like Nico Collins, who's about to hit what? He's gonna be like 28 soon on an offense that's he's been illegal. He didn't peak till like he was 25.
Well,
he peaked.
No, he was.
Here's the case for Nico. The case for Nico is you have an elite win now defense. The Texans defense is absolutely good enough to be a Super Bowl contender if they get a good quarterback. And every year there's always just one guy, one elite quarterback kind of becomes available. Maybe by getting a little bit older or just not the right fit on their team. If you have Nico, there's some chance where, let's say like absolutely crazy idea. the Bengals are like, we don't want to pay Joe Burrow this money anymore, and he becomes available. Now all of a sudden you have Nico Collins doing his Randy Moss and the Patriots routine for 2 years, which is, I think, maybe 2 or 3 years of Nico with an elite quarterback. If that's a possibility, I think that I'd rather play for that than BTJ turning it around after this year. I just don't trust him. I just don't think he's that good. I think he was a product of some circumstances last year.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine. But what are you going to do? But I wanted to say, though, you were saying about Burrow being available. I did hear that there's like a rumor that if Stafford is done after this year, that the Rams could use all their assets and try to get Joe Burrow from the Bengals.
I don't think the Bengals would ever do it.
I mean, if they give him the Falcons
The
pick,
entire draft.
their pick, and another defensive player for Burrow, I think it might get done.
Well, they may also then look at it as, you know what, this guy's getting injured all the time anyway. Like, yeah.
Well, you also got to factor in the fact that they brought in Joe Flacco, who has been elite on this team. And if you are the Bengals, right, doesn't it bring you a little bit of pause to be like, well, maybe our offense is that good, that as long as we have a halfway decent quarterback, we could be, look at like Daniel Jones on Indiana this year. Like, aren't you looking at that situation as the Bengals be like, wouldn't we rather pay a third of the money for the next Daniel Jones and then spend the rest on defense? Or do we just try to outscore everybody every week for the next 3 years and hope that we can duct tape together a halfway decent defense? I don't know. If I'm the Bengals, I genuinely consider it.
It brings to the point, would you rather be the Bengals or the Vikings? The Vikings are inept at quarterback and have one of the best defenses in the league.
The Vikings, I feel like you could fix it quicker.
Exactly.
Yeah. Very
The
true.
problem is that, defenses are elite for a shorter period of time than a quarterback is elite for. Like a defense, because of the
110%. Yes.
Yeah, so you have like 2 or 3 seasons at the most, but even look at like the Legion of Boom, they had like a 3-year run, and then after that, they're an average defense. And luckily they had Russell Wilson playing better. But like, that's the thing that would scare me about the Vikings is like, all right, so what? You have 2 or 3 years to get a quarterback and figure this situation out immediately. And if you have a bad luck for injuries on defense, you might trade all these assets for a guy like Joe Burrow or something like that. And then the quarterback gets injured, the defense gets injured. Now you have nothing in the future. Like, it could be barren really quick in Minnesota.
It's crazy to me. Another person, we bring up the Vikings defense, Harrison Smith has been playing at an elite level for so long, and it's actually baffling. Like, he's been a top 3 safety for what, 13 years?
I was going to say
10 plus years. That's longevity you can't buy, and yet the Vikings haven't. Besides
he must like Minnesota then, if he's going to stay for all that time.
Yeah, you said, because we talked about this before. NFL players get settled, but like NBA players want to win more. I think that's the difference in the leagues.
I think part of that also is just if you're an NBA player, if you get traded, you're the number one news story, and those people are celebrities. Like what you were just saying, you're talking about a safety that has been elite at his position for 13 years, and I think most NFL fans don't really know who he is. Yeah. Meanwhile, like if you're an NBA player, you go play for Miami, you go play for LA, like you are now a name commodity. For like normal people, non-sports watchers know who Luka Doncic is now because he's on the Lakers. So I think that's a big reason.
Most people can't pick Harrison Smith out of a lineup, but like
exactly
80% of people can pick out Luka Doncic or LeBron James, or I mean LeBron James is an extreme comparison, but you get my point.
It's different. There's different incentive systems for NBA players versus NFL players.
I completely agree, Zach. With the leg injuries is not good. They're wasting his talent. Their chance was the Super Bowl, obviously, but like then the next season they went to the AFC title game and
they got screwed.
They did get screwed a little bit.
Well, because they gave the Chiefs a 5th down.
But let's be honest, I don't think they would have beat
They
Philly.
weren't going to win.
I don't think they would have beat
They weren't
Philly.
going to win, but just that part needs to be thrown in there.
Karn's already opening Pandora's box. LeBron or Jordan? Michael Jordan.
Oh boy. I'll tell you, I'll go to the bathroom before that one.
I'll weigh in on the LeBron or Jordan thing, where I do think the LeBron James. If you had a team of 5 LeBron James versus a team of 5 Michael Jordans, I think the LeBron James probably win. I think he's just taller, he's a better defender, and he can do more things on a basketball court than Jordan
It's the
can.
NBA
I will
Finals,
say,
you might lose.
this is the thing, is that the thing that LeBron's missing is I think at the end of the day, LeBron cares more about the brand of LeBron James than winning basketball games. And I think that's where the difference is. Whereas Jordan, very famously, like, he will murder his children to win a game. And that's where I would take him. And like, if it's game 7 of a finals, like, I'm taking Jordan over LeBron. I'm not even thinking about it because LeBron, I think he's kind
Especially
of
if you bet
fine
on
with, 100%. Yeah. I think LeBron's fine if he played good in a finals and they lost and it wasn't his fault that they lost. I think he can live with that. Whereas Jordan, he could play amazing in a finals and lose. And, he would hate that. That would kill him.
Sean asked where our co-host went. Yeah, he couldn't hold in his pee anymore.
No, there's a
What the-
dictatorship. It's a dictatorship. You got him removed. The wrong thing. I wear a watch from North Korea because they call me a dictator too. But that was because to get them to play my game at first, I had to force them into playing this thing. They eventually, the guy who won the league the first year was gonna quit the day before the draft and just decided, you know what, whatever, I'll play the season out. Won the league, and now he's my podcast co-host, so he loves it. But I did have to literally force these people into these rules, and then I bought myself a North Korean watch because I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make a lot of North Korea jokes. I'm gonna have my profile picture is Kim Jong-un and what's his face, Kyle Pitts, who I drafted this year, just arm in arm, and as an AI photo. I thought that was
Kyle
funny.
Pitts has become a meme in between me and Nick because we just make fun of him.
Yeah.
I'm in a league. The guys in the chat, I share a dynasty league with the guy Michael. Throw him up. And we took Kyle Pitts in the second round of that startup dynasty league in 2022. So,
But
but
that'll happen.
the good news is our team is very, very stacked. So last year we lost in the finals, and this year right now we currently are set to get the 1 seed. So we're in win now mode. But yeah, Kyle Pitts is just sitting on our bench, rotting away because we took him in the second round.
Every single team in our league, I think, in the last 2 years has had Kyle Pitts at one point or another because he gets thrown into all of these different little trades as this last second is all right, fine, I'll throw in Kyle Pitts because sometimes you need to play a second tight end. Some teams just don't have very good tight ends. And the joke is always that at the end of the day, this musical chairs of Kyle Pitts is going to end up with me having him because I always adamantly say I'm never going to have him on my team ever again. And he's already been on my team twice this year.
What's going on, JC Rays? You got a question for us? Evening, guys. I know Hurts against Dallas should be an obvious start, but I'm thinking of starting Purdy versus the Cardinals, who will actually get his receivers involved.
Panthers, Carolina.
Whatever.
No, it's not whatever. It's a
Just
massive difference.
listen, I'm going to tell you right now, keeping Hurts. They're playing the Cowboys. That game's going to be a shootout. There's going to be a lot of points. There's going to be a couple touch pushes. Hurts' floor is 20 this week, so you got to keep him in. Even though their offense is weird and they don't like doing play calls and stuff like that, but Cowboys defense is horrific. They're going to easily move the ball against them, and they're going to do their thing. But
I want to talk you into this Purdy versus Carolina thing because I love a good all the logic says one thing, but my gut says otherwise. But yeah, the Eagles are awful.
Probably a lot
watch.
of people had balls to sit Josh Allen last night. I wouldn't have been one of those people.
No, after a 45-point performance, it's wild. I did sit the Houston defense. I played another defense this week because I was like, I don't want him to go against Josh Allen. He had too many points the week before. That hurt.
Dude, 8 points off of sacks is crazy.
Ooh. Guys, I do have to run. I got to go see a concert. But
oh shit.
Oh yeah, you're on the West Coast. I forgot. Who are you seeing tonight?
Yeah. It's just some friends are playing. My wife and I met playing music out here in Portland, Oregon. So
nice.
we know a lot of people
Me and my
see.
girlfriend saw Jonas Brothers the other night.
Oh, let's go, man! Real deep cuts, aren't you guys? Are getting into the deep cuts.
Me?
Jonas Brothers.
I gotta say,
a good small act, a little local act of indie.
My favorite
musicians.
moment was when Joe was going around looking at signs to pick the next song because all these girls brought different fun games for him to play. This girl brought this sign that had a reindeer head, and she gave him 4 rings, and she goes, "All right, if you get this amount of rings on the antlers, you get this song."
You know, her it was her boyfriend or her husband, whoever made it, actually used to work with your cousin Daniela.
Really?
No
Yeah.
way.
That's funny. Yeah, because she goes, oh, he's like, oh, you here by yourself? He goes, she's like, no, I'm with my husband. He's in the suite. He goes, oh, baller. And she goes, yeah, he's a teacher. He goes, oh, shout out to the kids. And then he like played the ring toss, and then they played, I think, SOS or whatever it was.
That's fun.
But that was a
that's
cute
awesome.
moment.
Thank you for coming in,
Yes.
Kyle.
Yeah, thanks,
Yes,
man.
thank you for
guys.
coming
This
on,
was a lot of
Kyle.
fun.
Great having you
It
on.
was a great time.
And we'll
anytime,
we'll
man.
leave all social media stuff, right?
Yes,
TikTok,
yes.
Instagram.
Yes.
That'd be great, man.
Go
That'd be
check
great.
out-
I'm just trying to grow that.
Clubhouse Fantasy Sports. The QR code is in the top right for his website. His app is on the way, being developed, changing the game of fantasy football in
Let's
a way
go.
that no one's done before, and probably yeah. But again,
yeah,
thank you so much
come
for
play
coming on.
fantasy
Thanks,
football golf in the playoffs. Come play fantasy football golf. That should be up and running soon.
I may
Maybe
join
next
you.
week.
Yeah, if you bring Timmy's team in, he'll automatically win because
Uh,
he's always close to zero.
Yeah.
I want to find a way where it's like you can give like half points if the player started on your fantasy team for more than half the season. Then that guy gets half points that week, just so you can like these guys that let you down every single week could give you one good week where them being inept actually helps you out. But I haven't figured out how to program that yet. So
Wait, before you go, Jive Sports has a question. Kyle, Jonas Brothers or Sleep Token? I was forced to go Sleep Token last month.
I have no idea what Sleep Token is. But
Nick probably knows. Do you?
I know, yeah.
yeah.
I'd rather see the Jonas Brothers.
The
And
reason I
Jesse
would want-
McCartney opened, and then their special surprise guest was 5 Seconds of Summer. That was sick.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
cool.
Yeah.
The reason I would want to go to a Jonas Brothers thing is just, everybody at that Jonas Brothers concert is seeing like their favorite act. They're going to see something that they absolutely love. And it's like when you go to like some friend's jam band concert, it's like, you might not like the jam band itself, but everybody there is about to have a really, really good time. And if you can't have a good time with everybody around you having a good time, I don't know what to tell you, man.
That was the first concert in my life. I said this the other day that I've never experienced it where like, you know how like they like have the crowd sing, and it was just, since it was like 95% girls, it was a girl's voice. I've never heard that before. It was like a cool experience to like
Yeah, that's cool.
hear it. It was fun.
All right, y'all. I have to run. Thank you so much.
All right,
night,
thanks, guys.
Kyle.
Have fun tonight.
Appreciate you.
See y'all.
Good time.
All right,
He's a
Tim.
cool guy.
Yeah, that was fun. So we got one more thing.
Oh yeah, we do.
The best thing of the day.
What's your guys' records?
I'm throwing them up right now. Don't worry. So right now it's the Pepper Picks.
Peppa.
But so we got one more thing today. It's the Pepper Picks. So for those of you just joining us for the first time, me and Timmy signed a contract. Honestly, Olivia, can you pass me that contract? It's under the table right there.
Really?
We signed a contract at the beginning of the season,
Comically,
our comically large contract that requires 2 hands.
the overly sized pen that required 2 hands.
And the contract states that at the beginning of every week, we give out 2 spread picks, and we will keep the record of those spread picks. And at the end of the season, the person with the worst record has to eat a Carolina Reaper on air, and we will probably live stream that.
Yeah, we have to live stream that.
So as of right now, we both went 2-0 last week. Timmy has won 4 straight. 4 straight. You know what? I'm gonna give it to him. You ready? You ready? I'm gonna boost his ego a little bit. Hold on, buddy. You ready? I gotta get to it. I gotta learn how to get to this faster. Good job, buddy. All right. You're 5 seconds of fame.
Yeah.
So, Timmy, you are 13-9, my friend.
Oh,
I am
baby.
11-11. I am in the fast lane to this Pepper.
5 in the fast lane.
So, Timmy, why don't
Stepping out.
you start us off with your Week 12 Pepper picks?
So this we talked about earlier a lot, actually, when we were talking about the Chiefs and the Colts. I am taking Indianapolis plus 3.5 over the Chiefs. I cannot see considering last week, Indianapolis, right? Didn't they have a rough last week, right?
They were on a bye.
They were on a bye. What was it? The
It
week
was a
before?
rough bye week.
It was a rough
bye
bye
week, wasn't it? I mean, God, that bye kicked the crap out of them.
W pick from
Thank you.
no, Roberto. This is Peyton Manning, baby. I can't turn away all the way around.
Yeah, it's a Peyton jersey. But anyway, I see Daniel Jones having a huge game. They got some rest on the bye. I think their defense can definitely, considering the Chiefs don't have a run game, I just can see them shutting them down.
Look, we got W's in the chat.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so since everybody likes that, apparently, I will give you my next. And George said it was +2.5, but FanDuel said +1.5. Whichever, it doesn't matter because both are going to cover. The Falcons over the Saints, +1.5 or +2.5. Doesn't matter which one it is. It's going to be fine. The Saints they're in no man's land. I think that Kirk Cousins is going to come out, because you could say the Falcons are as well, actually. But I think Kirk Cousins is going to be excited to have a game. And, Drake London isn't playing, so that probably won't help. But maybe he can make, Mooney actually catch some passes. And if not, maybe they just run it with Bijan or throw it to Bijan.
You would think.
You would think. It was going to cook Falcons. Shut up, Zach. Basically, those are my pepper picks. I had Atlanta as my surprise wild card from the NFC. Certainly doesn't seem like that could be a thing anymore. It looks like the Panthers might be that team. But yeah, I think they take care of business against the Saints, and those are my 2 pepper picks. Somebody say something?
I'm just gonna say right now, I don't think the Colts are gonna win, because I said this earlier. The NFL will not allow the Chiefs to lose this game. There's too much money on the line. Too much. They want Swift in the box. They want Tony Romo whacking off to Mahomes running. They want Chris Collinsworth to go crazy in the playoffs. They will not lose this game. My first pepper pick, Seattle, -13.5. Bounce back against the shit Titans. Do not let this spread scare you. They will eviscerate this team. JSN cannot be guarded. Kenneth Walker's going to run all over them. Ken Ward is going to be seeing ghosts against this defense. This defense is going to be pissed off after last week, because they played an amazing game and lost because their quarterback was horrible. And Darnold will not be horrible again. Easily will cover. Seattle -13.5. And Burt writes, who is the real LT? Lawrence Taylor is the real LT.
Still up for debate.
My next pick, I know Zach's going to love this one. Next pick,
It's probably the Patriots.
Lions -12.5 over the Giants. We are going to Detroit. It's going to be a long day for us. And they're going to throw all over us. Their offense is going to be very pissed off after getting shut down by Philly. And I can see the comments rising. I could tell Zach is typing like crazy. I don't care. Our defense is horrific. We're going to lose like 45-21. Jameis, while is fun, is not good enough to beat this team. Yeah, Giants never losing again. You said that week 2, brother. There you go. Time for bed. Lions 12.5. Seahawks -13.5. This guy over here, Falcons +1.5. Colts +3.5. Wrap them all up, put it in a present, pour some garlic over it, and throw it up like LeBron. Doesn't matter. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I forgot when we started episode 16. Whose episode is it? Who's a good 16?
Oh, who's a good 16?
Wasn't Tyler Lockett 16?
Tyler Lockett. How about this one? Bear with me here, Nick Novak.
That's a throwback.
He was 16.
That's a throwback.
Some of you in the comments may not even know who that is.
Yeah, that is a throwback. But yeah, those are our pepper picks. Love them, hate them, fan them. Zach, Jake Plummer. I love that. That's a throwback. Jake Plummer. He almost beat Brady in the AFC title game.
How about Andrew Ladd?
Ugh. Yeah, great player.
7 years.
But yeah, those are our picks. Love them, hate them, fade them. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the first ever Valley Sports Pod live stream on YouTube. Episode 16 in the books. Week 12 on the horizon. Week 1 through 11 in the books.
Wow.
Can't believe it.
It's insane. It's crazy.
Is Marvin Harrison playing this week? No, he's not. Week 12 is...
You hear that, Peter?
Yeah, you hear that, Peter? Marvin Harrison's not playing this week. So I don't know why you traded for him, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. With that being said, until next time, there will be that next time. This is George from Valley Sports Podcast giving you 189 Dive. That's a wrap. Episode 16 in the books. Wrap it all up. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. It was a fun stream. Thank you, Kyle from Clubhouse Fantasy Sports. Loved it. It was a great time. Timmy, give it to me one more time.
Nick, flip that switch.